What is up, everyone, and welcome to the WAN Show. We've got a great show lined up for you guys this week. Our headline topic is, of course, that Micron is going all in on AI and abandoning us poor consumers. I liked the products, Luke. So what if they had a couple price-fixing scandals over the years? Who in the DRAM industry didn't?
Okay, yeah, I mean, that's fair.
I mean, that's how price-fixing works. It's when the whole industry gets together and it's like, you know what?
If we're not the bad guy, but if we're the bad guy and they're also the bad guy,
then
we won't stand out.
What are you going to do about it? But seriously, quality products
We're all just evil.
I guess we just don't get to buy anymore. So we're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about Netflix making things worse for everyone again. And the justification for this is just, it's so weak. You know, it's so weak. It's a month.
Speaking of not weak, Intel GPU market share hits a record level.
Okay.
1%. Let's go.
Intel is officially the 1%.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Intel. Time to buy a McMansion.
Yeah, they're unfortunately the other end of the 1%.
On financing.
And I don't know, rip Cherry. Cherry is like going not for the same reasons as Micron.
Cherries in a pie. Because they're baked. Well, okay, it doesn't matter. Just give it.
Oh, no. Okay.
Oh, the show is brought to you by UGREEN, Hero, Saley, and Odd Pieces, along with our rap partner, D-Brand, our laptop partner, Dell, and our chair partner, Secret Lab. I got this. Look, it's not a speed issue, it's a pitch issue.
Yeah.
Please. Micron is going all in on AI. Micron Technology announced the... Oh, God. Thanks. Micron Technology... Oh, you missed the funny part. Well, that's okay. We're good. Wait, did they not hear any of the sponsor call-outs then?
No idea. Probably.
Okay. They said they could hear. Guys, we had our Christmas party last night, and I don't drink, but it was still a very tiring day. And as you can probably tell, I'm a little under the weather, so I'm going to do my best today, all right? Micron Technology has announced the impending demise of their consumer-focused Crucial brand on Wednesday, just months after the company celebrated its 29th anniversary. I mean, that last bit seems kind of irrelevant. You're always just months away from an anniversary of some sort. 29 seems kind of arbitrary. I'm deleting that from the notes. In a press release, the memory giant stated that Micron has made the difficult decision to exit the Crucial consumer business in order to improve supply and support for our larger strategic customers in faster growing segments. In a nutshell, guess what, gamers? You just ain't that fucking important.
For now.
Until you come crawling back.
Yeah, everyone's talking about a constant bubble.
Everyone crawls back to gaming.
Yeah.
Name someone who didn't.
How many people have exited? Name someone who's exited.
I mean, Crucial didn't exit, but they did kill their ballistics brand once.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this has been hinted towards
in the cards.
And then
for
now
a while.
they were like, there's a strong reason now.
Well, I don't even think it's strong reason. I think it's just as simple as
EVGA. I don't think counts in this case, guys.
Yeah, they didn't come back.
But they left for like completely different reasons.
Yes,
they didn't leave because there was more profit elsewhere.
Well, yeah, that leaving because there's less profit where you are, or leaving because there's more profit elsewhere. They're both technically just different sides of the same coin.
I
It's
think
just,
they're a little different. Because one of them's like leaving because of opportunity, and the other one's leaving because of the lack of opportunity.
yeah. Same coin, different sides.
I think it matters.
Different outcomes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shipments of Crucial products are expected to end in 2026, with warranty and support continuing for some time. I'm just bummed, right? Because at the end of the day, we talk about this endlessly. There is an inherent advantage to having more competition in the market, and losing Micron in this space, which I guess technically they haven't announced. Actually, I guess, yeah, technically they haven't announced. So nothing would technically prevent a DRAM module maker from buying Micron DRAM chips.
Which seems like what they want anyways.
Continuing to make modules out of them. It's just that the Crucial brand, the first-party Micron retail brand Crucial, is no longer going to be available to us. And, I might have kind of talked myself out of being quite as bummed about this.
I don't think so. To me, it feels like you're doing less competition. I think there's a lot of, like, if you remember what happened with GPU prices during like 3000 series and whatnot, where they absolutely blew up. And then when that demand started fading, the prices didn't come back down, and then AI started happening, and then they went back up again.
To be clear,
this feels like a opportunity to crank DRAM prices.
To be clear, the AI price bubble in memory is absolutely going to be felt for a very long time.
Yeah.
I'm not questioning that. I just mean the loss of the Crucial brand specifically.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
Maybe they weren't that crucial. Like, you can still buy memory from Corsair. You can still buy memory from, I don't know, Patriot. Yeah, I mean, man, you've experienced this, right? You show up at Computex, and every year you walk the trade show floor there, there's probably
like
a dozen memory brands you've never heard of.
But you're probably looking at 3 memory brands worth of actual chips. Probably. There's like
you got your
4-ish.
Samsung, your SK Hynix, you got your Micron, you got who am I forgetting, guys? I'm sure I'm forgetting someone.
The Chinese one,
Important.
the
KIOXIA no longer makes
Changshin
DRAM.
Memory Technologies,
Not
but
for a
that's
long
like
time.
a Chinese brand. So I don't know if we're actually seeing those in North American products.
Not around here. Did I forget Samsung? Sorry, yeah, Samsung.
I thought you said
There go.
Samsung.
Did I? I don't know. Whatever.
I'm not sure.
Kingston, no.
Not HyperX.
Kingston is not an actual DRAM.
Fab.
They're not a fab. They're a module packager. G-Skill, same thing. They are a module packager. They're not actually a fab.
Yeah, like if I look at, I just popped up Amazon and took a look in the sidebar of
Datto.
like
Sure.
all the brands: Corsair, G-Skill, Team Group, Crucial, Kingston, XPG, Samsung, blah, 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 all the way down.
Yeah.
There's basically 3 brands making all of those chips.
And I mean, I guess, yeah, you'll still be, I guess for me, what I'm actually going to miss, I'm going to miss Crucial more probably on the SSD side, because while they've, for the most part, actually recently they've had some really nice Gen 5 drives, but for the most part, Crucial hasn't even necessarily been like the highest performing SSDs, but what they have been is one that I can trust that probably won't be trash. Whereas when I buy an SSD, like when it comes to like, and maybe this is a really weird mentality, but I actually think I care more about the trust that I have in the brand for my SSD than for my RAM, even though like RAM can have a huge impact, obviously, on system stability and performance.
Yeah, I don't agree. I think
I just don't want. I just don't want to lose my data. And in my gaming system, realistically, my boot SSD probably doesn't matter that much.
Yeah,
because,
that's my point.
Because all of my data is going to be backed up somewhere else. But there's areas where I'm gonna use an SSD that is not my gaming system. And like, yeah, okay, yeah, I should run RAID 1 on my boot drive on my NAS.
All
But
offsite stuff too, yeah.
I'd
That
like,
can be just annoying to have to restore and whatnot.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like RAM, I can run a system stress test, and then I'm going to have a pretty good idea if it works. It's a, it doesn't wear the same way that NAND flash does. And NAND and with DRAM, like the way the grading works for it, it's more down to speed. It's more down to performance bins. So if it's like working, it will probably stay working. Like there isn't like a better reliability grade. Whereas with NAND flash, they're graded not just in terms of performance, but they're graded in terms of their reliability, in terms of, so when I'm buying an SSD from a rando brand, I don't know if I'm getting an OCZ agility or if I'm getting, again. So now I'm sitting here going, okay, well, who am I going to then for my definitely using reliable
there's
A-tier NAND in their consumer brand?
Plenty of other options.
Yeah, there's Samsung, who's probably will be fine. Give me another first party one though. Like actually, does SK Hynix? SK Hynix does have their own consumer brand.
Group? Isn't that SK Hynix?
No. No, SK Hynix has their own consumer brand, but I don't think they have a presence in North America.
Team Group. Does Team Group just use them a lot? I remember there being something about that.
SK Hynix. I'm gonna check. Oh yeah, SK Hynix is in North America now. Okay.
It's just first party branded.
What the heck is this?
Oh. Clev. That's what I was thinking. Not Team Group. Clev. My bad. My bad. I meant Clev. I don't know why I screwed those up.
It's Dan. Hi. He's the problem. It's Dan. Check this out. Oh, that's Luke. I pressed Linus laptop. Nice. So I was, so SK Hynix, definitely. Also, what is this?
Huh. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Yeah, Clev is closely tied to SK Hynix. It's from the brand Core, which is, they distribute SK Hynix memory, blah, 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 blah.
Got it. Okay, cool. Anyway, still a downer. We're never going to root for a company exiting a space because...
No, this is bad. Yeah.
Because from our point of view, more competition is more better.
But it's not like...
It's clear where their focus has been anyway.
Yeah.
Like they could have kept the Crucial brand and just quietly like not manufactured anything, and they might not have had the same, headline splash that they're getting now, but the effect would have been exactly the same because they're only making so many wafers, and then they choose what to make on those wafers, and they're obviously going to target their commercial customers.
Yeah, and it's been if you've been paying attention at all, which I don't really blame you too much for not, but if you have, it's been pretty brutally and blatantly obvious that nobody in the DRAM space cares about you at all. Just like
it's literally a commodity.
Be super clear, and it has been constant price fixing for like getting close to like 30 years. Like this is not
constant, but a cycle. There's been a cycle of, hey, these guys all got caught price fixing.
They've been caught price fixing every like 5 to 8 years for like 30 years.
I think it's been
to
at
me
least
that feels constant.
3 times that I can think of in the time that I've been a PC enthusiast. But when I say it's literally commodity, I do mean it is like literally a commodity. Like you can get an account on DRAM Exchange and you can watch the tickers for all the various DRAMs. And that's been a thing, again, for as long as I've been part of the industry. So the good thing, the good news is that as a commodity, when it falls, it actually does tend to fall. We may have a shot. Like
this might be one of the stepping stones towards resisting that fall.
Oh, it'll resist it. I mean, you remember the, what was it? I think it was the Thailand floods that wiped out
that was rough.
Over half of the global production capacity for the motors that spin hard drives. That was a thing back in, what was it, like 2010 or something like that?
Really?
Was it that recently? When were the...
I thought we were... I often gauge news based on when and where we were talking about it on WAN.
2011. I'm closest without going over.
Yeah,
Let's go.
That's true.
No, seriously though, it was
Were
around.
we still suffering the effects at that time? Maybe.
Probably.
That might make sense.
Well, that's exactly what I was going to say. The Thailand floods. So hold on. They started in July, intensified in September and October, finally receded by January 2012. So we were actually
Maybe that's it.
We were actually both close to the period. So during that time, hard drives went from like historic lows. Like they were dirt cheap. It was sort of comical. Like you were basically buying a hard drive for practically the like scrap metal price of a hard drive. And then they went way up to the point where like at NCIX, our strategy for trying to have any hard drives in stock at hopefully some price that anyone would want to pay was we actually enlisted people internally to just go buy like retail hard drives, like external hard drives, and then shuck them so that we could put them in bags. I don't know if we ever actually did it, but we certainly talked about it. Just to like everyone was like land grabbing. It was like the apocalypse and people like hoarding ammunition and canned food. But it was
I remember people buying the enclosures from Costco and shucking them. I remember consumers doing that
because basically every drive that was out in the retail channel already that was sold at the dirt cheap prices had just doubled or tripled in value. Like it was insane what happened. And It was a long time. So on the one hand, like, yes, part of why it took so long to recover was that you don't just build a motor factory like overnight. That's just not how that works. So it took time for them to ramp production back up. And the other part of it is that they took their sweet time ramping production back up because I remember WD was probably the biggest beneficiary of it. Like their stock went bonkers.
The profit maxing at the time was wild
because the actual cost of the hard drive didn't really change. It was just that the supply got choked out. Yeah. So the demand went way up. So the profit margins that they were able to make went way higher.
I thought you were done. I was going to say, I understand that you're pointing out you can buy commodity DRAM, blah, 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 blah. But it really feels like a while ago, Sam Altman said that they're doing great stuff with like tech innovation, but they need to start doing financial innovation. And that was a little bit before this whole circular money funnel thing started happening. And it feels like there are a lot more facets to this instead of just trading money in a circle. I think there's a lot of things happening. I think this is one of them where NVIDIA is deciding to decouple their shipments, so they're not shipping DRAM with their chips anymore. Micron is taking Crucial out of the market. All this stuff is happening. It feels like they're trying to pump RAM like as hard as they can. Along with everything else.
I don't think they're pumping RAM. I think there is a shortage. I think is what it boils down to because there's a wafer shortage right now.
Sure,
like they can't get enough.
That's just like the NVIDIA one is weird to me because that's just more opportunity for NVIDIA to mark things up.
Well, what it is, it's just that they can't get it. They want to ship GPUs. They're not going to stop shipping GPUs.
I don't know how much they care about shipping consumer GPUs.
Well, no, but they'll ship any GPU. They just want to ship GPUs. And if supply of DRAM for their packaged GPU DRAM packet or VRAM, I guess it'd be in this case, but whatever, basically RAM, DRAM, dynamic random access memory. So if they can't get the supply of the other widget, like think what happened to the car industry during the silicon shortage during COVID. They just had these almost finished cars that were just waiting on processors. I feel like
that's the actual problem here. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like this is the actual
definitely
problem
part of it. 100% it's part of it.
Maybe.
There's no way it's not part of it because remember too, it's not just the supply. It's also not knowing what the cost is. So it's really hard to price something where you can't get it. And also when you finally do get it, it might cost more than what your anticipated quote was before. NVIDIA doesn't want to carry that liability. So if they just ship the GPUs and they make it someone else's problem, then they don't have to worry about that.
I just think maybe. I think it's part of a series of steps that are going to result in DRAM prices being permanently higher than they were before.
So I would say that, except that the long term, the like zoom out from the crisis we're in now, zoom out view is we've been through shortages before, and DRAM's overall price trend towards getting way cheaper over time.
My point is that they're making systemic changes that might resist that in the future. Crucial being out of the market and NVIDIA not packaging things together and certain other steps that are happening as well.
Well, I mean,
also agree that I think it's going to fall as this whole AI thing's like rather clearly a bubble. That's going to pop at some point.
So there's a couple things. So one is like Samsung has never been in the consumer DRAM market. Or I shouldn't say never, actually. In the DDR1 days, you could buy consumer Samsung memory modules. But I think DDR2 and onward, definitely you couldn't with DDR3. They went OEM only and they went enterprise only. And that clearly has not had a devastating impact on the consumer DRAM market, other than when they've been caught price fixing along with the rest of the industry.
Yeah.
But again, so the macro trend of DRAM pricing marching ever downward, in spite of there having been shortages, there having been price fixing scandals, there having been major manufacturers of DRAM chips not participating in the retail market. All of these things have been true at various points in the past, and DRAM has marched ever downward, other than blips. And the reason that I think that this time will be no different is that unlike the Thailand floods, where we did see elevated hard drive pricing for a very long time, they rode that wave as long as they could with the major hard drive players. You've got WD and Seagate sitting there, you know, kind of going,
yeah, who's gonna crack first?
Who's gonna blink?
Yeah.
Who's gonna blink? Who wants the volume back? But the PC industry, the electronics industry in general, always wants the volume back. And unlike what happened with hard drives, DRAM production has not really been disrupted, other than the silicon wafer shortage that's going on right now. So there's a supply.
Yeah, it's just so much easier for them to control it, because with the hard drives it was the motors, right? At least in this case, with DRAM here it's nothing. There's just only 3 players, and I've seen some comments talking about like, oh yeah, but it's a free market, so someone will just come in and undercut them.
No.
Blah 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 blah. It's not going to happen. There's 3 fabs. Dude.
Actually, the Chinese might. They're working hard at it.
They've got one at least.
Yep.
Yeah.
And even if they don't, I mean, it's a volume game. Once you've got your fab running, they will at times. It doesn't happen that often, but they'll run them at a loss if that's the commodity market. It's not that dissimilar from industries like farming, which is kind of crazy to think about. But once you've made the investment, once you've got all the infrastructure, once you've got all the trained workers, for a short period of time, it can actually be less impactful on your business to run it at a loss in the shorter term in order to starve out your competitors. That's how we ended up with so much consolidation in the industry. So I am hopeful in the medium to longer term. In the short term, this is going to suck.
Yeah.
A lot. And so I think we're 100% aligned there.
Yes.
And
have you guys done that thing yet?
Hold on. And one thing that's going to suck for maybe the short to even medium term is that while they are not turning off any capacity other than what is constrained by a lack of wafers, the active decision appears to have been made to not build any more capacity. I saw at least one of them hit the news for that, one of the major DRAM guys.
I haven't seen
because if they built more capacity, basically they run it. You just run it. You don't just let a fab sit idle. And once that happens, again, commodity, I remind you, prices will be suppressed by increased capacity. But for now, it's going to be a really, really, really rough ride. What do you got there?
Yeah, 2 of the biggest DRAM suppliers are skeptical about increasing production as they eye long-term profitability.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't you?
From WCCF Tech.
Everyone pretty much with 2 functioning brain cells to rub together knows that this AI thing is not going to continue on its parabolic trend forever.
Samsung and SK Hynix. Those are the 2 companies.
Like if you listen to Sam Altman talk about it, he's like, AI forever, in AI to infinity and beyond,
also,
right? Like
they kind of showed their concerned hand a little bit.
They
recently.
have lately.
Yeah.
So if you were a DRAM manufacturer and you were looking at the currently scaling demand for AI DRAM, would you go, I've seen this movie before. No, I am not going to 10x my manufacturing capacity, because when the demand inevitably collapses or at the very least levels off, I'm going to be stuck with half a dozen fabs that I just don't have any demand for. That's going to be a pretty big write-down. The kind that gets me fired. I honestly can't say that I would do anything Winbond. Now, that's a name I've not heard in a long time.
Noki mentioned this in Floatplane chat. Apparently, they're back in the game. They're
Actually,
making DDR4?
Did they ever leave the game, or did they just kind of go quiet?
Maybe they just went quiet. I have no idea.
Winbond. I mean, it's like DFI. Like, DFI totally still exists, right?
Yep.
Like DFI LAN party, like the overclocking motherboards from way back in the day. They're totally still a thing. They do industrial boards.
Yeah, people are saying went quiet. I haven't heard about them in forever.
Winbond, get me some BH5. Let's go.
But yeah, that's interesting.
Get me some overclocking DDR1. Like that's the last time I remember Winbond really showing up on my radar as a consumer anyway.
Yeah, they're specifically saying, despite the increasing adoption of DDR5, many industries continue to rely on DDR4 for its proven stability and well-established ecosystem. Winbond's 8 gig DDR4 DRAM is designed for blah, 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 blah. Neat. Maybe I just haven't been aware of them.
Oh, Jabba Juice says Samsung is denying that now. Oh, wait, no, it was responding to another chatter, so hold on. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. I thought they were talking to you. Anyway. In other memory news, Samsung is denying reports that its semiconductor division recently refused to give its mobile experience division a 12-month supply of DRAM, and instead the mobile division to negotiate requests for DRAM quarterly. Stories appeared in SED Daily and WCCF Tech, citing unnamed industry sources. And PC Gamer says the stories come as Samsung Semiconductor is restructuring production lines to focus on high-margin products like HBM and low-power DRAM. According to an update posted by PC Gamer, Samsung says the claim that its semiconductor division has rejected certain customer requests is incorrect, and that recent reports that Samsung's DS division has rejected customer requests are baseless and not true. We're in close communication with global customers to address industry needs. Okay, because that was kind of a spicy little bit of news that apparently Samsung's
Yeah, but that statement doesn't feel like it rejects the original statement at all. Did I just hear that wrong? Aren't they talking about, like, the claim was that they refused to award a year's worth of DRAM to their mobile phone division and wanted to negotiate quarterly, and the response was, we're in close communication with global customers. That has nothing to do with the concern, does it?
But they're also saying that it's not true that they rejected certain customer requests. So what exactly this means, we'll never know. But I sincerely doubt that your Galaxy phone is not going to get memory.
Yeah, I was going to say, I sincerely doubt it matters. Like, whether they start doing quarterly or yearly negotiations internally who cares? It might be more expensive. Hooray.
Yeah.
Hooray.
Yeah, it's almost certainly
It's
going to
okay.
be more
You
expensive.
probably don't need a new phone, so it's all right.
Unless you do, which would be a downer.
You get used one.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw it with GPUs. Even the secondhand market can be impacted by...
Our phone's pumping right now? I wouldn't be too surprised.
I
They're
doubt
probably
it.
going to be
Not yet.
delayed.
Not yet. It'll be delayed.
Yeah.
Because, that's the thing, right, is a lot of this stuff is purchased on contract. So that's why there were a bunch of headlines over the last probably month or two saying that, oh yeah, watch out. DRAM pricing is going to go way up. Like, the headlines started hitting before the price increases started hitting. And they'd be like, yeah, watch out. DRAM prices are going up, and major memory OEMs are saying that they're completely booked through 2026. Like that's the thing, right? Is we actually is that one out yet? Is the KIOXIA Fab Tour out yet? I reviewed it, but I don't know if it's up yet. Anyway, no, I don't think it is. Anyway, one little detail from the KIOXIA Fab Tour that a lot of people don't realize is that the processes that these wafers undergo for semiconductor manufacturing, it's not like It's not like they go and they set up the mask and they like, you know, hit it with the deep UV or the extreme UV light, and then it's like, yay, wafer done. It's many, many, many steps, like hundreds or even thousands of steps that these wafers go through from the very start to the very end. They will travel many, many miles throughout the fab to complete all the various layers and steps and build these things up. And it takes months. So the timelines that these companies are operating on are not just like, we got a big order, let's make that order. It doesn't work like that. It's all forecasting. It's all pre-negotiation to the greatest extent that they possibly can. So it will be a while before these capacity constraints,
other various devices,
start to really hit us, because I guarantee that someone like Apple,
they've hit us now because we're computer people.
Yes. But in terms of like consumer electronics, I guarantee you that Apple is talking to major DRAM manufacturers many, many months, even years in advance sometimes, for their product procurement, and they are pre-negotiating what their pricing is going to be. So yeah, the next iPhone might be okay. But if the AI boom continues and they don't build more supply in order to alleviate the supply constraints, then the next iPhone might see a significant price jump. Or it might not. Apple has margin to play with, which sometimes, very, very rarely, they do use to absorb some increase in materials cost in order to keep their retail-friendly pricing. Not very often. But like on their base tier models, for instance, they can go very aggressive sometimes. Like, man, the Mac Mini, I think they had a Black Friday deal on it too last week. That thing is just such a great value in its base configuration. Oh, okay. Thanks, Dan. KIOXIA Fab Tour is coming in 10 days, apparently. All right. What do you want to talk about next, sir?
Something else. Let's see. Netflix. Hooray. Netflix makes things worse for everyone again.
Wow.
Netflix buying WB.
That's what you chose?
Looks like this thing has been updated, maybe?
Yeah, we've added a new thing that happened like today.
Wow.
Nice.
After previously gatekeeping casting from the ad-supported plan, Netflix has officially removed support for casting to most devices. Definitely not all, and some of the selection of them is weird, but to most devices. Oh, boy.
On all plans.
I lost it. There it is. Netflix has quietly pushed an update with zero warning and only addressed the growing outrage by updating their help page after Android Authority broke the story about on December 1st. The not so long list of devices that's still allowed to cast from Netflix, but still only on the non-ad supported plan is the 3rd gen of Chromecast or older.
What? That's a weird choice.
This is what I meant. Yeah. Google Nest Hub Smart Display, which I believe is also old. Select cast-enabled Vizio TVs and select cast-enabled Compal TVs. Okay. The best guess that there's 2 different writers on this, so I'm not sure, but one of the writers was able to find was from Pillamod on Reddit, who said that casting was the last way to circumvent password sharing rules. Before, so long as your phone had connected to your home Wi-Fi within the last month, you could watch Netflix on any TV, including a friend's. Butters from the same thread had this guess. A big factor in Netflix price increases are sports broadcasts.
Oh.
The move is likely to make it more difficult to stream sports from their phones to large audiences in places like pubs, etc.
That's actually a super smart take. I would not have thought of that. That's like...
You think there's enough money
in sports?
In pubs having one Netflix subscription?
Well, no, because if you're at a commercial address, they can gate that. They can monitor that. Whereas if a consumer...
Is there a different price for that?
Probably. Actually, that's a good question.
I'm not sure.
Literally don't
I
know.
don't know.
It wouldn't surprise. Okay, whether they can gate it by address or by payment method or not, because I can tell you right now, a service can tell if you're paying on a corporate card.
Yeah, they definitely they could do those things. I just don't know if they are.
If nothing else, they could definitely have different terms and conditions.
Sure.
And then they could penalize you if you are violating the terms and conditions. Hold on. So yeah, Netflix. Right. But there's also the acquisition in the background of this.
The Warner Brothers thing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh man, I feel like I got the pins.
The strings.
The pins and the
red
strings.
are
It's
coming
all
together.
It's all coming together.
I'll keep going. Netflix told Wired that the real reason for the change is because not enough people use the feature, which they are not the only ones that are trying to push people to just use built into TV apps instead of casting. A lot of users say that is better. I think a lot of those users are kind of missing the point of that your TV is easy to deprecate, which I think we're getting into here in a second. But either way, we'll get there. As a totally unrelated note, you can still cast from Plex or Jellyfin, and casting to TVs from VLC has become a much better experience. Netflix also announced this morning.
That's not going to help you that much with sports, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Netflix also announced this morning that they are buying Warner Bros. For the total enterprise value of $82.7 billion. The transaction is expected to complete in Q3 2026. One of the notes here is LMAO. My favorite thing is that Netflix lists as beloved franchise The Big Bang Theory. That was said by Elijah.
I mean, I can tell you there are definitely people who beloved The Big Bang Theory.
There for sure are, actually.
My grandparents freaking love.
There's actually a ton of people that really like it, and that's also why it got a spin-off. I don't disagree with Elijah. I'm not necessarily the hugest fan or a fan at all, but
I don't think there's any benefit to putting our heads in the sand and going, I don't like this thing, therefore no one likes it.
Yeah, for sure a lot of people do.
Like I see that attitude so much, and it's like, okay, but no.
Yeah.
That's not how that works. You don't get to decide what other people like or don't like. You can disagree 100%.
Yeah, I don't think it's good entertainment personally.
But you don't get to decide that other people do not beloved it.
There are a lot of fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numbers is numbers, and math doesn't care what you think at all.
Jeremin said, holy, this should have been a headline topic. I mean, we didn't know about the Warner Brothers thing until after the show started.
We knew it was rumored. I didn't think it was confirmed yet. Did that just get confirmed today?
Yeah.
Wow, what a bomb to drop. Like, what is going to be left of the entertainment industry?
I don't watch shows much. I have no idea.
Like, it's crazy. Like, it for a long time there, it was being propped up by, like, cable subscriptions, essentially. But those are dying.
Yeah.
So then, now what?
One of the worst things about this stuff is that these types of services tend to kill shows really fast.
Oh, I know. I just don't bother getting into a show anymore.
Yeah, like Big Bang Theory is still old TV. Like, it's not, we're talking something that ran for a really long time and then got spin-offs. I'd even argue, wasn't Breaking Bad old TV as well?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Game of Thrones was.
Yeah,
Well,
that was cable. That was
cable? I thought that was like HBO.
Yeah, it was HBO.
Oh, that was cable. See, I don't do any of this. I'm not a TV guy.
Yeah, this is wild. So chat's like, yeah.
So what type of shows does Warner Brothers have?
It's going to be Disney versus Netflix. Like,
yeah,
Amazon's going to be in there somewhere just because, I don't know, they have enough money to buy the earth and all the heavens. Apple, unless they just stop being interested in it, I don't know. Apple's motivations in the whole traditional media space seem super hard to interpret at this point. Like, they'll do these sort of vanity, sort of crown jewel projects and stuff, and then I don't know, they don't really seem to go super mainstream because they're kind of locked down in terms of access to them, and so they don't really get that much buzz. And then I don't know, they just seem to be kind of spinning their wheels over there. Okay, so DC Comics is part of Warner Brothers IP.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Dang.
What else? What else is in there? I mean, Animaniacs, I assume. Harry Potter. Yeah, okay, Harry Potter's a big one. I mean, honestly, Harry Potter is probably, depending on how they play their cards, probably worth the cost of admission alone, just in terms of how much
people watch the new stuff.
Oh, dude, it's not even that. It's like the games,
just the volume of the games, that whatever that game was sold like crazy.
With that said,
I wanted to talk about it.
I don't know what Rowling's take is though. So I don't know how profitable the Potterverse is compared to, the IPs that they own outright.
Clue. How much does
the Lego film franchise apparently? That's I doubt that's in perpetuity though. Like, I'm sure the Lego company gave themselves room to negotiate moving their IP to someone else if they really want to.
Feels like something.
Lord of the Rings, though. Okay, but the Lord of the Rings one is complicated because Warner Brothers owns the rights to, like, the Lord of the Rings, but then there was the whole thing with Amazon and that Rings of Power show where, like, different parts of the timeline could maybe be licensed to someone else, and that whole thing was pretty complicated.
If they felt like completely redoing The Hobbit, that'd be pretty sick. Probably make it one movie instead of three.
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I'd be cool with just deleting that from memory.
Oh, it was so bad.
That'd be totally fine.
So bad.
Just one movie instead of three. Make it long. Have the extended edition be like 4 hours, sure. But just, yeah. The Lord of the Rings books, it was one movie per book. The Hobbit is a shorter book.
Toj
3 books.
Toj Kabi says it's really weird because there's a UK publisher that can sell Harry Potter books in the UK and Europe, but not in the USA because someone else owns the rights to sell it there. So who knows how this counts for J.K. Rowling? That's actually a really good point. In IP ownership and licensing, you can end up with really convoluted structures.
Yeah.
Because the whole thing is built up at a time when it's not worth anything in many cases. And then the whole multi-billions and billions and billions of dollars empire thing comes later. So someone who got in early with a certain slice of rights might have negotiated a really good deal back when it wasn't worth anything. And that might end up needing to be grandfathered in and worked around. So the whole thing can get super complicated. And look, chat, your feelings on J.K. Rowling are sort of irrelevant here because we're talking about money.
Yeah.
And whether you like Harry Potter or you think he should have been a Slytherin or whatever, right, doesn't change that money. Like, dude, Yvonne and I were over in...
Okay, one sec. Lozerth or something in the Floatplane chat said WB had distribution for the big movies, but Amazon bought the entire IP from the Tolkien family.
Okay, there you go then.
Assuming that's true, that lays things out a little bit.
Anyway, yeah. So we were over in London last year, Yvonne and I, and we were just walking around, and there was this entire store that was just Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Also,
it's a massive industry.
We were at Disneyland, or was it Disneyland or Universal? I can't remember. Whichever one has
that game. I constantly can't remember the name of it.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, it was one of the best-selling games of the year it came out. Just no one talked about it.
Yeah,
but it sold like crazy.
Sold like Billio.
Yeah.
So we're just talking about how much they paid for this acquisition.
Yeah.
And how much money they're likely to be able to make on it in the longer term. Netflix is gonna.
Someone said Netflix is worth 2.5 times Disney. It's nuts. Yeah, Disney's just getting raked by everyone right now, though. And I said raked, just to be clear.
Didn't their last Pixar film just tank?
And their thing forever has been kids stuff, right? They get you interested at the beginning, and then they keep you interested forever.
But then the adults are super into Disney stuff.
And Bluey is just dunking them, dude. On the actually kids shows end, Bluey is dunking on everybody. So, yeah, Disney feels like they're falling behind a little bit. Disney just announced that they are re-showing Endgame in theaters.
What?
That's wild, actually.
That's kind of sad. You know what's really...
I don't hear anyone talk about the Marvel movies anymore, any of the new ones.
Oh, dude, no. Well, who cares?
No one cares at all.
Eternals just killed it for me.
I don't even know what that is.
So bad. It was just unwatchable.
Yeah.
They tried to introduce like 9 new characters.
Oh, boy.
None of it made any sense in like... And look, I guarantee you, I am not the most insufferable... but actually the canon person in your life. But I care that you care enough to at least make an attempt to help me with my suspension of disbelief here. Like that's what I care about.
Lord of the Rings movies had a bunch of stuff happen in it that didn't happen in the books,
And
but it felt truthful to the books. It felt honest to the books.
And it was truthful to its own rules that it established.
Yeah.
So the issue with Eternals is that it basically took everything that had happened up until that point, which included like Endgame and stuff, like universe level annihilation shit, right? And was like, yeah, these guys, they're so powerful that they could have prevented it all, but they were sleeping. It's like, what are you even talking about? Like, that's so stupid.
That's just lame.
Don't disrespect me like that.
There's different, like, oh man, like I've heard about the Witcher show. I never watched it, but I heard that it was like very difficult to keep the showrunners like on lore.
Yeah.
I've heard that about a bunch of different things.
Well, it's because everyone has their own like ego, right?
Yeah.
And they want to put their own fingerprints on
But then
it.
with like Lord of the Rings, you hear about how the cast and the director and everyone was like, would basically walk around set with the books.
Yeah.
And would just like constantly be reading and try to figure out what their character would do in different scenarios.
It's almost like you acquired the source material for a reason.
Yeah.
Right?
And like you don't have to stick to it perfectly.
No.
It's a movie. You have to change some things to keep pace up and do all these other kinds of things. But as long as you're like trying to do it justice, it's a completely different scenario.
Yeah. And to be clear, there are cases where dramatic changes can be made to the source IP and you can still end up with a great product.
Totally.
How to Train Your Dragon is the example I always come back to.
Yep.
Okay, Toothless. In the How to Train Your Dragon novels, okay, Toothless is like this big. And at the very beginning, the humans and dragons coexist, and the dragons are like basically have the role of like dogs in their universe.
Wasn't it like the author like supported the changes or whatever?
She helped.
Yeah, which is like that's also awesome.
But How to Train Your Dragon 1, which other than the main character being named Hiccup and his dragon being named Toothless and his dad being named Stoic, like other than names and that it was like Viking themed, has nothing to do with the first novel of How to Train Your Dragon, and it is a perfect movie. Literally perfect. I will go on record saying How to Train Your Dragon, the first animated film, is a perfect movie.
It's unfortunate that you have to say the first animated film.
I know, it's tough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hard life.
Yeah.
It's a hard life. Anyway, the point is that Kathleen Kennedy needs to go.
Yeah.
How is she still employed?
I have no idea, dude. It's so strange.
She squandered like the world's most recognizable IP.
I genuinely think like that mentality is why Disney's dying. Like that should have been so. The fact that the new Star Wars series was allowed to be made, even sort of in the way that it was made, must be a, I don't even know if it's fair to say microcosm of why Disney's dying in general. And the fact that is still allowed to continue is like, yeah, you guys are just screwed. Like that is, I don't know if leadership is just asleep or what's going on, but like,
who does she have pictures of, and what animal are they fucking? That's what I need to know.
I wish they could have heard the uncensored version of that. I think that was probably funny anyways, but hearing that fully uncensored was great. Oh, man.
JHCom says, Mandalorian was great, though. I only watched the first season. It was great relative to what we'd been getting.
Yeah. I completely agree. I enjoyed it.
We were that desperate.
But a lot of watching it, I couldn't get the brain worm out. That was like, if the other stuff was like as good as it could have been, this would have been mediocre. I couldn't get that out of my head.
D. Hollinger says Kathleen Kennedy pushed for Andor, which is apparently good. I haven't watched it yet.
I've heard very good things about Andor.
And apparently the issues with Rise of Skywalker are known to be pushed by Bob Iger, not Kathleen Kennedy. Well then, oh my God, he's back too. What are they going to do?
She overlooked the renewed trilogy thing.
Yeah, that's
enough. I can appreciate that she's maybe, I don't know, done good things since then. That should have never been allowed to happen in the first place.
Who was responsible for Solo Story? Because that was pretty bad.
I have no idea.
Ugh. All right. Well, anyway, good luck, Netflix, with your new acquisition. I hope that you are good to us consumers whose wallets you milk for profit.
I was going to say, and they won't be.
I know.
Which was like proven by the beginning of this topic.
And like,
Hooray.
Yeah, no more casting. I got to be honest with you. I don't cast. I use the native apps on everything that I
don't
watch
think
Netflix
that statement
on.
that they said is super far from the truth. I think it's just convenient for them. That's the problem.
Yeah, the timing does look very convenient, doesn't it?
Yeah.
One of our discussion questions we did not talk about is what streaming service is worth paying for?
I don't pay for any of them.
I'm gonna, you know what? YouTube Premium.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
I think YouTube Premium is worth it.
Is that
It's a streaming service. You stream, and it's a service.
Yeah.
And it includes all the music you can eat.
Yeah. That part's pretty good.
Like,
I don't think so I agree with you. I think YouTube Premium is sick. I've been subscribed to it for many, many years. We gain from saying this in a way because if you watch our stuff with YouTube Premium, we get more money.
Oh, we gain from it directly to the people who are watching right now.
Yes.
100%.
Unless they're on Floatplane, LOL. But
another quality streaming service.
But yeah, hell, I mean, yeah, there you go. That's that one.
Worth it is very subjective for that one, though. I mean,
yes,
the worth is, hey, like,
there's the exclusives.
We really appreciate you guys. We've got exclusives. You get early access to deals a couple times a year. But you know that.
But we're not saying all of this.
That's not really. It's not really a streaming service. It's more like a Patreon. It's more like an in-house Patreon for a content creator that you like. It's not because you don't subscribe to the service. You give a monthly payment to individual creators on Floatplane.
In that case, Sauce Plus.
Sauce Plus.
You subscribe to the service.
Pretty cool service.
There we go. But anyways, all of that isn't for personal benefit stuff. I don't subscribe to basically any of those platforms, and the reason why I don't is because I don't like not owning my stuff.
Sure.
Floatplane, if the creator decides, you can download the content.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I have a Netflix subscription, and maybe this won't be a popular take with some people. I just shamelessly download any Netflix shows and I put them on my Plex.
Yeah, cool.
I pay my premium subscription every month. They are not getting their like viewer tracking from me, which is part of the value for them.
I thought their download thing like downloaded it into a like closed version of the. Is there?
Oh, I don't use that.
Okay, got it. Yep. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I shamelessly pirate the Netflix shows that I give them money for.
Nice.
So I don't care at that point. And like, yeah, I know that I'm only subscribing to a license to watch them while I'm paying the subscription, but no, like that's the point where I'm just like, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
Same for Amazon. I'll download an Amazon show without one moment's hesitation. I have a Prime subscription. I'm not proud to have a Prime subscription these days.
Yeah, sure.
Like honestly, but sometimes it's very convenient. I do go out of my way. I remember talking to you about this a while back. Before I buy something on Amazon, I will search and I'll try to find it elsewhere. Like I needed to buy some rollerblade wheels.
I got trapped this holiday season.
$80 in shipping to buy rollerblade wheels, but the craziest part is to get quality wheels on Amazon was like impossible anyway.
Yeah.
So I did search both, and I was just like, you know what? No, this is why I search other sites, because I want a quality product and because I wanted to support someone other than Amazon.
That shipping.
The fact that I'm paying $80 in shipping.
Did it come from Europe or something?
No, shipping's just really expensive for small businesses. That's something that a lot of people don't realize anymore, because Amazon completely changed people's perception of what shipping costs.
Nuts. Yeah. It is crazy. I got trapped. I had to buy something off Amazon recently. I'm not trying to project. You guys do whatever you want. I try to really basically never shop from Amazon. There was a Christmas list thing, and it included an item that is sold literally only on Amazon.
Really?
You can't buy it directly from the company.
A Kindle?
You can't buy. It was a specific book.
Oh.
You can't buy it directly from the publisher or something. You can't. No other bookstore had it. It was
wild, rare.
I tried to buy it from Indigo. They listed it on their site, but it was 0 in any store and 0 online.
Huh.
So it was okay.
Neat.
I can't. I asked, I called a couple local bookstores. Nobody had it. I think it's just not a super well-known book.
What, is it a good book?
I have no idea. It's not for me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Not a single clue. Never heard of it before. Hopefully. Cool. It was asked for. But yeah, so I just, Amazon was the publisher? No, not quite. But I couldn't get it anywhere else, so I was like, okay, well.
That's rough.
Yeah.
He gave money to Daddy Bezos.
I did.
He is now part of the solution to putting a penis rocket into orbit.
Not much of the solution.
But you're part of it.
But part of it,
You're part of it. One of us. One of us.
Just the tip.
I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I tried to I don't know. I didn't want to make my little crusade against doing that.
Break the bonds of earth to touch the tip of God.
There's that,
the fingers.
But they reach past.
Give a little tickle.
Humanity is truly lost when they not only are we limp arming and not really trying, but instead we're reaching back.
Yeah.
We won't properly reach out to touch the hand, but
Yeah.
Wash it first.
Oh man.
but late at night.
Yeah. And then a little light spooning after. No, but you seem to really love Jesus.
You see, I don't even remember who it is, but the guy just partially holding his hand out, enables private browsing. All right. Anyways,
we're supposed to explain merge messages. Hey, if you don't know what merge messages are, they're the way to interact with the WAN show. We do not want you guys just throwing money at your screen. We want to work for you to throw money at your screen. We want to give you something of value in return. And what did we come up with this week? Oh boy, did we ever come up with something. Luke, do you want to fire up the site?
Sure.
Oh, right. I was going to explain. So if you're going to throw money at your screen during the WAN show, you do it with a merch message. You add something to your cart. Here, I'll show you how to do it.
So much going on.
You add something to your cart.
Sorry, one sec. There's just so much going on.
And then you'll see the merch message interface. We are live. You can leave a merch message. It could look like whatever you want. Something like this. You set a color. You set whether you want to make your name appear or you want it to be anonymous. And then you go ahead and place your order for whatever it is that tickles your fancy. Then it will go to producer Dan. Who is joined today. It'll go to producer. Oh, sorry, I missed you. There, go ahead. Oh, no, I got you again. There we go. It'll go to producer Dan, who will pop it up down here or reply to it, or who will curate it for me and Luke to respond to. We're going to show you what that looks like in a second, but first, let's talk about something you might want to pick up with your merch message. We just launched our Cats vs. Gamers collection, and they are way too fun. Our new underwear prints are here with the Pixel Perfect set, featuring a pixel perfect print, a solid turquoise, and a cat paws pattern. Can you get me a close-up on that? Yeah. Oh, it's so cute. Look at all the little kitties. Can you maybe go closer, Luke? Maybe give it the old zoom. They got the paw prints, and there's little kitties on computers. They're so cute. We also have the Game On set, which features a a Game On print, a solid black, and a throwback arcade design. If you haven't tried our underwear yet, they are super comfy thanks to a modal rayon blend that is soft, silky, breathable, and stretchy enough for all-day wear. Thank goodness, because if you only wore your underwear for part of the day, you're too much of a Chad. Just too much. You might as well just go commando full time. If it's that much of a concern that you just don't need your underwear all day, then why even bother? But that's not all. We're also launching matching onesies. I'm going back to your laptop.
Yep.
How cute are those? They're made with a modal cotton fabric that feels like having a fully legitimate reason to stay in your pajamas all day. You can shop the Cats Gamers collection at lmg.gg/catgamer. What? Oh, we've got another big LTT store announcement. While the site's been buzzing with Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and holiday loot drop shoppers, our mailbox has been buzzing too. We've been receiving your holiday loot drop mail-in entries, and some of them are interesting.
I have seen this.
It says, do not show the address, which that totally makes sense.
I suggested we show this on the show.
Hold on, I just gotta... Okay, there we go.
Are you able to bring that up, Dan? Do you have the picture? Why would you?
Oh, yeah. Wow. That is something.
So that was one of the contest entries. Which you now own, I think. I think that's how that works.
Oh, joy.
Oh, my goodness.
That's right up there with weirdest things I've seen today.
Yeah. I was going to say, all time, it's honestly...
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's not most of all time.
I've sent you worse things in the last week.
Yeah, actually. Yeah. It took me a second, but definitely. Yeah.
Wow. I'm almost afraid to open this other one. This one I don't think has been opened.
Oh,
hold on. Yeah, this is just the envelope for that. Okay. Anyway, so for context, there was a way to enter the holiday loot drop with no purchase necessary. That's a legal requirement in Canada. See you later. And so that was something that was sent to us. Okay. Wow. Anyway, speaking of loot drops and deals, we're doing a few bonus deals before the year ends. Oh, cool. Is this like on? Is there somewhere you can go on the? Oh, lmg.gg/bundle up, so you can go there. For our U.S. customers, from now until December 17th, when you buy a commuter backpack, you'll get a free Elgato Stream Deck Mark II or Sennheiser 560S headphones. Your choice. That's $150 plus of savings. Also, if you buy an LTT backpack, you'll get a SteelSeries Apex Pro 10 keyless keyboard for free. That's $179 of savings. There are a few more great bundles that you guys can check out here. We've got a CPU fidget spinner plus Corsair Thunderbolt 3 dock for $99.99. All right. MCM starter solution plus an M75 Air ultralight wireless gaming mouse for $80. We've got the WAN backpack with SteelSeries Arctis Nova 4X bundle for $249, which is basically getting those headphones for free. Global customers, bad news. Y'all really took advantage of our free shipping, so we don't really have any bundles. But what we do have is a bit more stock of our Retro Monitor Pet Cave, so we're running that for just $29.99. That is $40 of savings. We also have our MCM Essentials Kit, so our Magnetic Cable Management Essentials Kit for $80, which is $100 off. This is a great time to get into MCM. And we also have the Razer Death Adder Essential in white for $20. That is over 50% off. So there's lots of value. Do you want to bring those up?
I've got a couple. There isn't a bundle page for it.
Whoa, hold on. Hold on. It's not a free Elgato Stream Deck or Sennheiser headphone for the US site. It's a bundle price. Additional $50 only for the item. That's a thing. So, okay. Thanks, Artie. Cool. Good chat. Lots of value packed in there. Hope you snag something cool for you or your friends and family. So hold on. Sorry. There you go.
It's just it's not a collection. Wow, we're really just selling just a mouse
For $20.
Wow.
I mean, it's a good price. What do you want?
Wow.
Cool.
We're really
good chat.
All right.
Yep. Well, we had them for a bundle at some point, I think.
Okay.
But right now we have mice.
Right.
So
neat.
So kitties, go get the mice. Because we're doing the cats and gamers.
He's calling you all cats.
Well, I mean, they're cool cats.
Oh wow.
They're so cool. They're five times cool. Goofs. They're cat 5. You know what? It doesn't matter.
We also hate Mondays.
Yeah. It is Monday, right? I'm pretty sure it's Monday.
It's been Monday for a decade.
It's been Monday for a decade.
You're just describing your 30s, Dan.
Oh, no. How did you know I was 64?
Oh, no.
All right.
Do you want a couple merch messages?
I do. Hit me with a couple merch messages.
Oh, okay. Linus, Luke, or Dan, what is the benefit of using the Corsair Thunderbolt 3 dock over a USB-C hub that has the same ports?
Not much. Actually, hold on. Thunderbolt can do some
It is a little
stuff.
different.
Yeah, so Thunderbolt can daisy chain, which is pretty cool. Thunderbolt can have more bandwidth available to it, which is also pretty cool. I'm not 100% sure which is that a Thunderbolt 3 dock? I think it's Thunderbolt 3, so I don't know if it supports the boosted downstream, upstream, whichever stream is out of the computer to run more monitors. But that is a benefit of Thunderbolt. Thunderbolt is also connected to PCIe, so you can connect devices that require Thunderbolt rather than ones that run through just a USB controller, so running things like eGPUs, for instance. Now, it is worth noting that that's not super relevant for hub use because you wouldn't want to run an eGPU at the end of a Thunderbolt daisy chain because it's not going to get the full bandwidth. You're not going to get the full benefit. But Thunderbolt and USB 4 are not quite the same thing as just a USB-C, USB 3 port. They do have some special functionality.
Yeah, it is nicer. I don't know if you'll end up using the benefits, but I mean, if you're buying, holy, this dock is worth a lot of money. My goodness, what the heck? Oh, on Corsair's site,
yeah, but let's be real.
It's out of stock. So is that just like
that's pricing that was just never updated after this was EOL'd probably?
It was EOL'd, okay.
Yeah.
So they were trying to flip the rest of their stock.
So to be clear, it's worth somewhere in between $0 and that much. But
it's just a lot for a dock.
But it's a nice Thunderbolt dock.
I'm not saying like, oh my God, you're getting a crazy deal. I'm just saying it's a lot for a dock. Bad docks, I don't know if this dock is necessarily good or not, but bad docks can be really annoying. I'll say that much.
Yep. Yeah, this one seems fine. We've actually bundled this dock before, and we've had perfectly good feedback on it. It's a cromulent Thunderbolt dock.
Nice.
Right. What else we got?
Utrils says, is there no bundles for the global site? So this is the whole thing. you know how our certain customers in certain regions have asked us many times, very calmly and quietly, why do you not have a distribution center in our region to lower our shipping costs? It's because there is a lot of cost and a lot of overhead involved in having multiple distribution centers and a lot of just administrative burden. And this is one of the things that I'm talking about, because absolutely nailing your stock distribution when you order in is
practically impossible.
That thing that he just said.
And you guys had a better deal, realistically, during the Black Friday sales, where it was a $100 threshold, but it was a $100 threshold for the Canadian site or the American site.
Yeah.
Meaning the American site's threshold for free shipping was effectively higher.
$100.
Yeah, versus 100 Canadian dollars,
which is
very
less.
different.
So what we discovered was that global sales go burr
when there's free shipping.
When there's free shipping at such a low threshold. I don't know that we will do a low threshold like that again, because
very low.
The global site vastly outperformed our expectations for the mix compared to the U.S. site. I think it's also a factor that the U.S. market is a little bit challenging right now. I've heard scuttlebutt that it was a relatively slow Black Friday period in the U.S. this year, which totally makes sense given that.
I've heard that there was less sales volume, but technically more sales dollars.
Our margin was higher.
Yes.
I
sounds
can
like
tell you that
margins are up. Overall sales volume is down.
It's almost like all of
ties
these
into your
things
thing
that we've been talking about for the last little while are just kind of true.
Yep.
Where it's a small slice of the American consumer,
and that small slice isn't going to care as much about the stampede over each other and have deaths trying to get into Best Buy type of sales.
They're just going to buy luxury stuff that they want.
Yes.
And
they might have just been waiting because, I don't know, a good deal's cool. But it's not the same. We don't have the same level of Black Fridays that we used to have. It's kind of a fact.
Oh, speaking of, there was a cool little piece of news that I'm not sure if it... Yeah. Oh, this is so sick. New York introduces a new algorithmic pricing act. We never did any merch messages, Dan.
What?
You did one.
We did one.
Did we? Oh, okay, cool. All right, sure. Let's move on. We'll do more merch messages later.
Yeah.
We'll do more later.
We did one.
New York Attorney General Letitia James has issued a statewide consumer alert following the rollout of the Algorithmic Pricing Disclosure Act, which is now in effect. The law requires most businesses using algorithmic or surveillance pricing to clearly disclose when a price is being set using a customer's personal data. Companies that fail to do so can face penalties of $1,000 per violation.
Awesome.
This is awesome.
Very cool.
Based even.
Yes.
Algorithmic pricing systems, if you're not familiar with them, adjust prices based on factors like location, income, browsing behavior, and past purchases, meaning that two customers may be charged different amounts for exactly the same product. The Attorney General is urging New Yorkers to compare prices across devices, accounts, and locations. Hey, now's a perfect time to shout out our VPN partner, PIA. You'll find a link to them down below. And file complaints if disclosures are missing. Affected businesses are now required to display the statement, "This price was set by an algorithm using your personal data." This is a step in the right direction. Or, hear me out, what if we just don't have algorithmic pricing?
Okay.
Could we make our way there?
Would geographically set pricing count as that? Because are they pulling in your location? Does that count as that? Because that has often been praised.
Yeah, no, well, hold on. Yeah, hold on. Let's back up a second here. There's always unintended consequences. And the last thing that I want is for someone from Turkmenistan to all of a sudden not be able to afford any of the services they use because they have to pay in US dollars or whatever. That is not what I want. Okay.
And I don't think it's quite as simple as just setting, having a different domain that is just like cheaper, because then everyone will buy it.
Just use it.
So you need to grab some amount of that stuff.
Okay. But it's clear that there's elements of algorithmic pricing that they just shouldn't be using. Why do you need my income?
Yeah, and they do that.
Yeah, you don't need that.
Yeah.
To set a price. The price should be the price. Oh, man.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. In general, seems like a cool idea.
Yeah, I mean, at least, if nothing else, this is a start. This is awareness.
Yeah.
Raising awareness for how your data is being used is huge.
I'm just worried that if it ends up on literally everything, or not quite, not quite literally everything, but close to everything, I'm a little bit worried that people will just become numb to it. Because it's on everything, because it also includes geos. Yes. I'm worried. I would like this to really go after things like where it's taking in your income, or how frantic you might be for trying to book a flight, or knowing because of email scraping or some junk like that there's or data sharing, that there's a funeral that you have to go to, so you're probably not going to miss that flight, so they can upcharge you, whatever. This is a thing that they do. I would like it to be able to focus on stuff like that. I would like the threshold to be a little bit up, just so that we don't become desensitized, like, as you said, a lot of people have with cookies.
The Wuto of Watt in Floatplane chat says, how the fuck can they even know about my income? Well, that's why I think this is so based, because all of a sudden it's going to make you ask that. And there's so many ways. Like, I don't know how careful you are about the way that you post online. Maybe you're super careful, but something as simple
credit card
as
company might sell your data.
Uploading, well, okay, that too, but okay, let's.
And your bank, and your insurance company, and everything else.
I mean, yeah, credit score would be one.
That company that you used to send out RSVPs for your wedding might sell that data, so people can tell, these sites can tell if you're going to a wedding or not.
Yeah.
There's like that type of stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
Your data has value. You all know that your data has value, but this is one of the ways that your data has value.
And we can even quantify it. We can actually quantify how much value your data has by just looking at products that have an ad-supported version and then have you just pay for this version, or like a data-supported version rather. So like Facebook, for instance, has in the EU, they have paid versions of their accounts. So you can quantify like exactly how much the average person's data is worth. I mean, we saw with the was it the Meta Quest 2? Or the one was the first one that had a non-Facebook account version that was like double the price or whatever it worked out to. Like the ad subsidy that goes into products is more than most people would think.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, there's that classic story people in Floatplane chat have pointed out, but we've talked about this on WAN Show before. Target figured out that a girl was pregnant before, like a high school age girl was pregnant before her dad did.
Really?
Yeah, because of like shopping habits and credit card spending and stuff.
I mean, was it as simple as like buying pregnancy tests, or
well, that doesn't say that you're pregnant.
Right.
I mean, if you bought like 5, it might.
Yikes.
But yeah, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but something along those lines.
Funky Shark 88 says, and yet companies floated by just fine without the need to sell this.
Supplements and vitamins, apparently.
In decades gone by. Yeah, they did. I mean, I
remembered it being before she knew herself as well, but I just looked it up and everything says it was her dad. So I think we're just remembering incorrectly.
Mandela affecting ourselves here.
I think so. Yeah.
I don't know. LTTStore manages to exist just fine without selling without selling customer data. I don't really see why this has to be done either. There are industries that I do understand why they've moved that way. I don't like it. I hate it, in fact. The airline industry is one, for instance, that has been under a lot of self-imposed pressure to grow in volume, and therefore has made a lot of questionable decisions to maintain profits. Like, I don't know. I was talking to Yvonne about this the other day. Like, when we were kids, both of us, like our families growing up, we had like 2 vacations our entire childhoods that were like fly somewhere. Or 3, I think I was at 3. And like, I don't know, talking to other parents at the school, man, there's families that like go somewhere every year.
Yearly, yeah.
Like they fly somewhere every year.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that wasn't us either.
Yeah, that like wasn't that. I don't think that was a thing when we were kids.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And so so coming back to what I was saying about how when you build the capacity, you like kind of have to use it. So if the value of the seat goes down, then you have to squeeze other places in order to maintain your profit. I think they've done to themselves this race to zero.
Dude, I was at this is only tangentially related, but I was at the airport, LAX.
Yeah.
And my gate, so from security all the way through to the end of the walkable area, I checked every single store that sold bottles of water. Oh. Every single one of them only had the really expensive, like fancy, like Path or whatever, like the metal
Fuji
bottles.
Or Fiji.
No, not even.
What? Really?
They only had metal bottles. There literally wasn't a single like cheaper plastic bottle thing. And these are like really expensive, like more expensive than all of the other drinks there, bottles of water. And it was every single store in the entire, whatever you want to, wing or whatever it's called. It was brutal. It was really brutal.
I'm trying to find a picture right now.
If you wanted water, you were just screwed.
I took a picture of a sandwich that I refused to buy on a recent trip because I was just I was like
offended by the pricing?
Legitimately so upset by the price of it that on my way out of the store, I like made a comment to another customer just because I needed someone to talk to about how ludicrous this price was. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find it, but I was just like, I would rather look, and I'm not going to pretend. Let's make this abundantly clear. I'm not going to pretend that I couldn't afford to buy it. I could, but I wouldn't.
People in Floatplane chat are talking about how there was here
it is.
There was a dude who bought something in cash at Walmart, and he got an email later on asking to review it because he used like biometric camera data stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Shoot, did I not? I didn't.
There's a class action lawsuit from 2022 of Walmart collecting, storing, and using customer biometric data.
Dan, I'm going to send this to you. It wasn't a sandwich. I misremembered it. And unfortunately, I didn't write down the price. What I do know was that it was over $10 US.
Yeah, someone in Floatplane chat said, nah, that Walmart cash transaction is BS. Yeah, I can't find like real facts on it. I just found like someone's like selfie video. I don't know.
Okay, Dan, throw this up.
Doesn't necessarily mean much.
So by the time I converted to Canadian, I was basically going to be like eating quarters, essentially.
So what do you got?
What it came out to.
A carrot.
Yeah, you've got some carrot tomatoes, slices. Yeah, some cucumber, a little bit of ranch dressing.
And some dip.
So this was at SeaTac, Seattle Airport. And I wanted like some vegetables because when you travel, I don't know what it is, but I have a hard time finding like fresh.
No, I absolutely agree.
Because you're always eating out and like.
When I was at DEF CON, I tried to stop at a little corner store to get a little like fruit and vegetables, little thing. Because I was like, oh my God, it's just garbage everywhere basically. Yeah. And the cashier warned me. He was like, you probably don't want to buy that. I was like, why? And he's like, because there's no pricing on really anything. Yeah. He's like, I don't remember what it was, but it was something like, I was actually somewhat stunned at how I don't remember how much it was. I wish it did. But I like thanked him and put it back and was like, yeah, I mean, that is too much.
I refused to buy it. It's just like I'm not gonna like I've never really been able to get over the like how much, because I don't know. I just have a busy brain, and so I'm always doing the math of like how much per when I'm doing something.
Sure.
So like paintball, I really struggled when I played at like the commercial fields, because I'd be like nickel, quarter,
dollar, yeah.
Fuck. You know, like,
I missed all of those. It cost me $1 to do nothing.
Yeah, like it
cost me $1 to give my position away.
Yeah, right, exactly. What a terrible value. And so I
then you get mad at the other people because it cost me $3 to cover you, and you just ran out and open and got shot.
Yeah, way to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't that toxic about it, but it's something that's in the back of my mind. It's distracting. Whereas when I just play like woods ball, like outlaw ball, then it's like whatever, right? You bring an entire case of paint, and you're down to like, you know, a penny or two for each round.
Easier to ignore.
Yeah, it's easier to not have to think about it. I just don't want to have to think about it. You know, I want to enjoy the game. And I can't enjoy that veggie platter when I'm going,
how much was it, sorry?
Quarter. You know, it was like $9 or $10 US or something like that. So it was like $15 Canadian by the time I converted it. It's just offensive.
Yeah.
Or 14 or 13 or something like that. Just offensive. JHCom asks, how about fireworks? Honestly, exactly the same thing. I love fireworks. They're so cool. And in my children's lifetime, they have had a home fireworks display, a modest one, very small, one time, so that they can remember that we did fireworks one time. It's also like a major pain in the butt because of all the regulations around fireworks here now.
Yeah.
And also the cost. So it's a pain in the butt and it's expensive. We did it one time, and hopefully they remember it, because I don't think we're going to do it again, because it was like $200 and we burned through all of it in like, I don't know, 15 minutes or something like that. It was like the lowest. That's nuts. The lowest value per hour thing that we probably did that year, or the highest value per hour thing we did that year. It's rough.
There's a like kind of block party thing that happens for Halloween somewhere that I know, and they're in like it's not actually a cul-de-sac, but it's a little like kind of loop thing, and they fire off fireworks like basically all night. Like they start at like, I don't know, probably 6 or 7, and they go until probably at least 11. And it's not extremely high rate, but it is constant. And I have thought before of like, dang, I think there's probably a few people contributing to this, but dang. Like you said, 15 minutes is nah.
And you're literally burning money.
And exploding it.
Yeah, and exploding it. Thank you for that. Did we start a topic? What are we even talking about?
I don't know. I was going to ask.
I think that was algorithmic pricing.
You know what else has exploded is Intel's GPU market share.
Oh, let's go.
According to TechSpot and John Petty Research, Q3 saw both AMD and Intel expand their shares of the discrete GPU market, with AMD increasing to 7%. And Intel reaching a milestone 1%. Yeah! Dan's getting in on the action. Woo!
It might be rounded up. It might be like 0.6.
Well, listen.
But I don't know. But not being 0 is cool, because we need competition. And, it might not be a card for you now, but it might be in the future, and that's the cool part.
NVIDIA, meanwhile, has suffered a drop in their market share to 92%.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Poor NVIDIA.
However will Jensen afford his leather jackets now?
He probably doesn't even want that 92%. He probably just feels obligated at this point.
Like, well, everyone expects this of me.
Yeah.
I saw an interview of him recently that he's like, yeah, I work 7 days a week because I fear bankruptcy. I mean, if I was at the sort of arrow tip of a bubble headed towards the popping of a bubble, I'd probably be worried about that too. But I don't think bankruptcy is ever going to be a concern, Mr. Huang. I think that it's more just like not being, one of the like handful of richest people in the world is at stake here.
Yeah.
Anywho, data center GPU board sales are up an average of 145.5% compared to Q2. So those are doing fine,
Hooray.
just fine. And NVIDIA's market share in that space might be even higher. I remember chatting with the guys at SFU, and they wouldn't confirm this. I'm not going to put any words in their mouths, okay? But my speculation, they had one machine with AMD Instinct in it. One. And my speculation as to why they had that one machine, because at that point you might think, why bother, right?
Yeah.
My speculation was so that you can point at that one that in the background you're kind of beavering away, seeing if you can do stuff on, and so you can make a little bit of progress on that so that whenever it's time to buy the real GPUs you actually want, you can point at that and go, okay, but we could also run it on this, so make sure that your price is competitive with this. That's, as far as I can tell, the only reason they even have it. Yeah. Because they're doing all the real work, as far as I can tell, they wouldn't confirm this, on NVIDIA.
Dang.
But hey, this ties in nicely to
at least AMD's winning somewhere.
to our next topic, which is, can you buy an Intel Arc B580 for MSRP? The answer is yes. You can even get an Intel Holiday Bundle with purchase. Limited offer. What is the Intel Holiday Bundle? Let's find out.
I don't know. Is it the same as last time?
Where is it? What's the Holiday Bundle?
Can you just click on it?
You butts.
Can you click on it?
No, I can't. I'm trying to click on it.
No, not there. Down a little bit. Below the blue box.
What, here? Yeah. Oh, Intel Holiday. Here it is.
Yeah.
Whoa. It's a Battlefield 6.
It's a bunch of stuff.
Oh, you can get one of 4 games. Okay, cool. Dying Light the Beast, Assassin's Creed Shadows, Civ 7, and Battlefield 6.
What are the other things?
It's live. That's the promo end date, January 31st, 2026. Let's go.
Pick those games. Bonus content.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares about any of this?
It's in-game garbage.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But this, you can pick one of these.
Nice.
That's pretty cool. Intel Holiday Bundle.
I think this is the same one they had before.
Yeah, but it
just
wasn't
still
running for a bit. Yeah, it's back.
Well, no, if you look at the dates, it was maybe they just pulled it off the site. But
they might have run out of coupons or something.
Maybe.
Because Intel has to pay for this, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. A lot of gamers might not necessarily have realized back in the day. Like I remember having to admin these programs when we'd sell a GeForce GPU or Radeon GPU or whatever, and you get like a coupon with a Metro Exodus or whatever Metro 2033 code or whatever. Is that like they buy copies of the games, so you can like run out of how many they bought. So they may have run short, they may have restocked. I don't know, because I remember we did this one week and it was running in Canada and it like wasn't running on Newegg or something. So right, what's our affiliate code just in case? Does anyone remember? I don't remember.
Jawa Juice in Floatplane Chat said, pro tip, don't pick Civ 7. Budan in Floatplane Chat said 0 out of 10 game. I would also throw my hat in the ring. As a genuinely lifelong Civ fan, I would avoid it, at least for now.
My brother told me it sucks.
Dude,
he's like a big Civ guy.
Not good.
Okay.
If Sean says it's bad, then it's bad.
That's true.
He's got like 10,000 hours.
His hours in Civ got so high that in Steam it rolled over and he went back down to 0 and then kept going up. And he does not like Civ 7.
Huh.
Yeah, it doesn't display 5 digits.
My brother was like super not into that you like can't just stay Genghis Khan the whole time.
I knew exactly what he was going to say because that is garbage.
I also don't.
Bad decision.
I think they got rid of one more turn as well, so it just kind of ends. Like you can't just keep.
I didn't even know that part because I played exactly one campaign, and when it ended, I quit immediately because I committed to doing it one time, and then there were so many fundamental bad. This was the first. Every time Civ comes out. And when you first get it, it's not going to be that great. And then the expansions tend to make it really good. That's what happens like every time. Civ 7, I don't think they can save it I think it is fundamentally like flawed as a game. Which sucks because there are a couple good ideas.
It's lmg.gg/newegg if you guys want to pick up a B580.
That makes sense. That's pretty easy. We should remember that.
I know. I keep forgetting.
Me too.
Anyway, the point is you can pick up an Onyx Lumi Arc B580, 12 gig. Remember, 12 gigs VRAM. That's going to matter. $249.99. It is worth noting that these are a Gen 4 by 8 interface. So if you do not have a Gen 4 board and it doesn't support ReBAR, I would not recommend a B580. Because if you have a Gen 3 board, you'll only be getting Gen 4 by 4 equivalent bandwidth, and that's where you start maybe running into a little bit of trouble. And if you don't have ReBAR, you're going to have a pretty bad time. Resizable bar, just check your BIOS, make sure it supports it. You can also get an ASRock Challenger Arc that also qualifies for the holiday bundle, so you can get Battlefield 6 or some other games. But probably Battlefield 6. You can also get the Intel first-party card for $249.99. That also has the holiday bundle. Lots and lots of options for Arc B580s for $249.99 MSRP. Seriously, though, now is the time because DRAM price increases are going to impact everything that has a DRAM chip in it. And that includes GPUs. I think the new year is going to be a serious hangover for GPU sales when pricing
we'll see.
Starts to increase again.
Just for a point of clarification, I don't know if it matters that much. We're not a game review thing, but whatever. Jabba Juice said you can keep the leader, but the civ changes. So you could still play as Genghis Khan, but you become the leader of a different civilization. That does sound correct.
That's even dumber.
It's very stupid.
Sorry, I haven't played it, so I was just going based on my brother. We went to visit him a little while back, and he was just like going off about like what a piece of shit.
It also like wipes all your troops and like spawns new ones and stuff.
What?
When the like age changes, it's very, very weird. It's super, super weird.
I haven't like really played a Civ game since Civ 2, so yeah.
They've all operated on the same kind of idea.
I just know
the whole time
that Great Wall of China early is OP so that nobody can start a war with you. Then you go get Leonardo's workshop so that all your crap garbage tier phalanxes or whatever that you build will become like riflemen. And then you go hard into science and then you win. That's all I know.
Things have changed a little bit since it.
Yeah. See, there you go.
But yeah, this was like the biggest change I would say in the Civ line was Civ 7, and a lot of the some of the change was kind of cool. A lot of the change was really bad.
Jawa says, but hey, you can sail through rivers, so it's all worth it. All right.
That part is kind of neat.
All right, cool. Yeah, I mean, I could see that being
not worth the downsides.
I could see that being kind of
at
cool.
all.
Cool. That'd be cool. I mean, you can sail in rivers, right? Yeah.
I was very frustrated, but it is what it is.
Oops. Oh shoot. What's the open up the last tab I closed? I always forget the short.
They need Luigi
Control-Shift-T.
back, dude. They need. I forgot that was my conclusion, but it was. They need Luigi back.
Like that Luigi? Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
He worked on Civ, and he did UX stuff. And the UX in Civ 7 is really bad.
He could do UX design from prison, right?
They should let him do that.
I mean,
it might help. It might save that company. If there was a Luigi expansion to Civ 7.
Like if he kills one company but saves another. Does he go net neutral? Does it work that way?
Does it come out in the wash? I think in this case, he's definitely in a positive. But
I am not taking a stance on that.
That's fine. Anyways, yeah, let him let him work from prison. Let him fix. Let him
throw one of these in.
Let him fix Civ 7. That'd be awesome. It sounds a lot like 6-7. The kids will get behind it.
Yeah. I mean, wow. Yeah.
We can move on.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that's probably good. How is his case going anyway? I'm sure the kids are keeping up with it.
Hopefully, well.
Wow, that's crazy. He's actually the first autocomplete for Luigi, not like that Luigi. Here, yeah, update. Update is one of my autocompletes. Okay, pretrial hearing. postponed due to illness. Okay. So that's the... video shows Luigi saying he didn't want to talk. Police kept asking questions. Interesting.
I think that's how that goes.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty normal.
But if they can make the argument that he was like coerced in some way, and that it violated his rights, or whatever, then I mean, we all know that it's at this point, or not at this point. We all know that in many cases, it's not about whether the person did it.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
It's about whether they can find a loophole, right?
Judicial, not justice.
Yeah. You know, the glove defense.
Yeah. Anyways, Ayaneo's Next 2 has a massive battery.
This is hilarious.
Ayaneo, who are known for making Windows handheld gaming devices, announced their Next 2, powered by the AMD Ryzen AI Max Plus 395, which is a really long name, and draws 85 watts, features a 9.06-inch screen, 165 hertz, 2400 by 1504 OLED screen, and probably the craziest spec is the 115 watt-hour battery.
That is literally so big that I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to take it on a plane.
This battery size means that most airlines will require approval in order to allow that device to be brought on as a checked. Oh, well, you don't put batteries in your checked anyways.
No, forget checked. I don't think you could even bring
This
this in your
says
carry-on.
checked item. I'm pretty sure they mean cabin item. There is no pricing yet or full spec sheet, but Ayaneo stated that they will reveal more soon.
Oh, sorry about that. I can turn that off. Sorry, yeah, it is a unified doorbell. Don't worry about it.
That's one of the reasons my laptop has 2 batteries in it instead of one giant battery.
One out.
Because 2 batteries is not one battery, and therefore it is below the limit that you can take on a plane.
If you total all the battery banks that I carry in my bag, I'm way above.
Oh yeah.
What would be
so if they
okay.
had put 2 giant batteries in it, you would be fine.
But it's not about that. It's about how much energy is in like that one. It's like it's kind of like you could bring, 100 firecrackers in your car, but 1 grenade is a bigger problem, if that makes sense.
Is
like it is a function of just like how much energy is in
puncture
it.
and stuff will set off lithium-ion batteries really fast. But does another thing on fire?
I believe it
set
doesn't
them
help.
off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's reaching the thermal runaway point is where you run into trouble. Another I was thinking there was something I was going to say too about. Oh yeah, another major factor that I didn't think about until I had to research this because I got my battery bank confiscated on that last trip to China. But the actual state of charge matters a bunch, which makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
If you think about it.
I'm surprised they're willing to even bother check.
No, they're not.
Oh.
But I was just learning about it.
I understand.
And I didn't realize that it's way safer to travel with your batteries discharged, which totally makes sense.
It does.
Because there's like way less energy in it.
Yeah.
But I never thought about that before.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
You said something, Dan? Floatplane announce? I think we already did that.
Yeah, I think we did that. It's just funny.
Wow.
It has a giant battery in it, so you can't take it on the plane. Unless you had a gamer plane, then maybe you could.
Wow.
Because the only justification you'd need is so that I can game. I'm going to game hard and long.
And fast.
And fast. and strong, because my poor forearms. I've been using the GPD Win 5 lately, and I have found that it actually makes me want to game less.
How much does it weigh?
A good side effect.
It's like a good couple pounds.
GPD Win 5 weight. Let's see what the AI says. Varies depending on whether the external battery is attached. With the external, the total weight is about 1 kilo. Yeah, just over 2 pounds, according to AI, but that does sound about right. It's redonkulous. Like I actually find myself, because I'm supposed to be using it for a review, and I might just give up because I go to my nightstand and I have my original ROG Ally with the battery mod. So it's already a bit on the heavier side because I did the modded bigger battery in it. I have not upgraded to the X. You
just not care?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's faster, but when I finally play Clair Obscur or something, then I might. Like when I play a game that actually demands more GPU, then I might. But lately, the vast majority of my hours of handheld gaming have been Final Fantasy Tactics, a PlayStation 1 game, and tape to tape, which is barely even 3D.
Yeah.
So I just don't need it. So I've still been using my first gen Ally. Like if they bring me a better display or something, like come on, man, do something that matters to me and I'll upgrade it. It's just, I don't even, because like I could just grab one from the warehouse, but it's not even worth just like resetting up Windows and downloading my games for the difference that it would make in gameplay to me right now. So anyway, the point is in my nightstand. I've got my RG Ally, and then I've got the GPD Win 5 right now. And
so 2 just bricks.
And I just am like, I could grab that and I could use it and then I could make notes for the review. Or I could just enjoy playing my games more.
I feel like noting the amount of times that happens is part of the review.
Yeah.
Like if you're like, I very consistently chose
maybe
a lighter option.
50%.
Yeah.
50% of the time. You know what though? I haven't, because it's kind of a pain. It's like a screw type mechanism. You can hook up the battery on a tether. So I haven't bothered hooking it up like that yet because it's kind of stupid. And it's just like it is another level of the inconvenience. Like now I have weight and inconvenience.
Yeah.
But what I'm gonna do is I was gonna use it with the pack attached to the back for a while and like see how I feel about that.
And then try the tether
and
out.
then I was gonna move to the tether and then see if that changes my habits.
It feels kind of like 90s sick to have a battery pack, external battery pack.
The 90s was objectively a terrible time for battery-powered mobile electronics.
Awesome.
It wasn't.
It was awesome.
Remember when you had to put like 4 AA's into the handle of a digital camera? Like that was not good.
It was awesome.
That was bad. And that was the 2000s. Man, I remember this RC car that I had. No, I've talked about that on the WAN show before. I even found a picture of it. Monster 6x6 RC car or something like that. Where is it?
There's this thing that's like the 90s and very early 2000s was a point in time where technology was like awesome and made your life better, but it wasn't like so good or all consuming that it also attempted to ruin your life. And that I embrace that a lot. I think part of like batteries being kind of bad is like, yeah, your thing dies and then you probably want to go do something else, which is like potentially a good thing.
Man, I can't find it again, but it was like this like 6-wheel RC car here, 90s. Let's try. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah. This thing. This piece of shit took.
Sick.
I pressed the wrong thing. Whoops.
What is this? Someone like.
The point is, this piece of garbage took like 12 AA batteries or something like that.
Hell yeah.
And the rechargeables that we had back then were not very good.
No.
So they didn't last very long. And even disposables like barely lasted in this thing.
Metro Scorcher 6x6
fastest turbo 360-degree spins ever. And also only the middle wheels drove. That's why it could spin really well. Man, where's the... This might be a later version of it because mine definitely took AA batteries.
I miss everything being turbo. I like turbo. Turbo's a good
Turbo-tastic.
word.
Yeah. Anyway, I also had one of these Ricochet RC car. This thing ran for like, I want to say, or I had either the Ricochet or the Rebound. This thing was super cool because it could flip over. And then you could keep driving it as long as you could do it backwards.
Yeah. That's cool. There's some finesse in that.
Yeah, it ran for like 6 minutes.
Hell yeah.
On battery. It was so dumb.
Hell yeah.
90s battery-powered electronics were objectively terrible, and I will die on that hill.
Nope.
I will die on that hill.
Disagree.
I'm dead now then, because realistically, I wasn't going to win a fight between us. Way to go, Luke. You killed me. Mark this day in your calendar, folks. This is the anniversary of my death.
Speaking of things that make me want to die, no note, 60 million yen human washing machine revealed.
Okay, this is so funny.
Which, by the way, 60 million yen is $386,759.94 in USD. It's like a shower that you sit/lay down in.
Okay, I low-key love the name of this company, though. They're just called Science.
That's kind of awesome. Yeah, I do give them that.
Okay, hold on, Luke.
Sick.
Hear me out.
No.
This Mirai... No, just open-minded for a second.
All
Just okay, look. Okay, open-minded.
Brain is open.
Open-minded. Don't worry
Brain
about
is
this.
open.
Don't worry. Just be brain open. Okay. The Mirai human washing machine, okay, can shower and dry a person simply by them lying down in it in about 15 minutes.
Which there is some like excessive... Oh man, that's not even fast.
I know, right?
I'm pretty sure I showered faster than that this morning.
That is the very first paragraph of this article on the Chosun.
If you just like focus on the task at hand, you can just do that faster in a normal shower.
Is this supposed to be impressive that you could shower in 15 minutes?
There is potentially some accessibility coolness in this.
Sure. And the way it does it is cool. Like it almost sounds like an ultrasonic cleaner or something. Apparently it uses ultrafine micro bubbles invisible to the naked eye to penetrate deep into the pores to remove impurities such as dead skin cells and sebum.
Sure.
Sensors installed on the back detect health status, and videos and music are played to help users relax during the cleansing process.
Yeah, see, I just turn the volume on my phone up and leave it outside of the shower,
Well,
and then I can hear
you
it
could
just
do that.
fine.
You could do that.
Yeah.
To be clear, this is not a real product. They're making like a few dozen of them, and it's for like meant to be a novelty item for commercial installations.
I do know, like, old folks' homes or limited mobility people, etc.
Sure.
Showering can be
This would not be the right form factor for that, though. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen like a senior's bath.
Yeah, they need like the little door.
Yeah,
and
you have a
stuff.
door, and you
this looks like you have to climb into it.
Yeah, so this is like this.
I do like
this
the
ain't it,
idea
Captain.
of like
I went the wrong way.
automated human washing thing, because I do know that it can be like man, I don't even really want to say it, but it can be like embarrassing for people to have to be like washed by someone else.
Stephen J says that clean time is the equivalent of saying this computer will boot in just the time it takes for you to eat breakfast. It's like, yeah. Like if I'm in a hurry, I can be in and out of the shower in about 3 minutes. I know this from my years in high school of getting up at the last possible second.
What are your if you're going down to 3 minutes, you're probably giving something up. So what are you doing?
At 3 minutes, I'm not conditioning. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
And I'm probably using shampoo for body
groin?
wash.
Yeah.
So
You're going down to hard requirements.
We're down to one soap.
Yeah.
And no conditioner.
Yeah.
And
then are you like lathering in the hair and then like taking that and going elsewhere?
No,
or
you've got time to squirt. You've got
pumps?
time to squirt another pump before you do the pits and the elsewheres. There's no way you're doing like a full body lather at that speed though.
Yeah,
but I would throw in feet. You got to do.
You kind of got to do your feet.
You got to do feet.
Yeah.
There's no way to skip the feet.
Yeah. Good way show conversation.
Yeah, we just saved you 60 million yen. You're welcome.
And a lot of, that's 5 times faster or something.
All right.
Yeah.
Time to do the Floatplane announcements. We had a little throwback Thursday on Floatplane this week. Do you want to fire up Floatplane?
Yeah.
With 3 amazing exclusives. Oh no, this one's up. We've got me. The exclusives are on the. Yeah, there you go. First, we've got me reacting to staff's first time meeting me. That released on Monday, and it's safe to say that people like seeing me in uncomfortable social situations.
Oh yeah, they do.
They like it a lot. Or mostly they like me recalling times that I created uncomfortable social situations.
Linus is suffering. Oh boy.
Yeah, that's all just screen grabs from the video. That is not me posing for the thumbnail. I did not know that Sammy was going to do that until I saw the thumbnail. Anyway, Colton's in there. Yvonne's in there. There's some good ones, all right.
My problem with ours is I think I'd have to watch back us talking about it like years ago because I only remember like some of the details at this point.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
We also had a section of the writers discuss Linus's hot takes, where they discuss wireless peripherals. And finally, Luke, did you know that Plouffe, who owns a display, has been at the company for almost 5 years now?
I honestly thought it had been longer, but I know that as of yesterday because Christmas party.
Yeah, we took a look back at his first videos, what he wrote, hosted, and so on and so forth. All of this is at our new link, lmg.gg/fpwan. Okay, and both, but man, Sammy, you are such a unique human. Look at this.
He is.
Look at this.
Under cap and uppercase. Huh.
Who would think to write that like that? Undercap.
It feels very Sammy, and I don't know why. But
you
it
know
does.
why? It's because that's what he sounds like when he talks. Yeah. Uppercase works. Upper cap works.
Okay.
No
It's okay,
cap.
Sammy. Just rip a
Undercap.
pack.
Undercap is good. No cap.
You'll be all right.
what
Just rip
it-
a pack, dude.
Just rip a pack. Literally, he did that at the Christmas party. On stage, he just like opened up a pack of Pokemon
He
cards.
just actively lost money on stage in front of everyone.
Yeah, I couldn't really comprehend what I was watching.
It was awesome.
We do kind of team themes. We do kind of like a it's somewhere between dress up and like doing like a grade 6 class presentation.
Yeah. It's a good way to describe it.
And Sammy's team was based on one of our core values, which is level up together. So their team, which was actually also Luke's team,
Yep.
all created sort of outfits that represented leveling up together, and they went with Pokemon. So they had scientists, and they had a couple of Pokemon trainers, including one on a bicycle, complete with helmet, safety first. Thanks, Nate, for remembering that. They had some Pokemon in their various evolutionary stages. Luke was tall grass.
Oh, yeah, I don't have a good
How does
picture
tall
of it.
grass level up, Luke?
Well, tall grass is where you go to level up, Dan.
Yeah, and there was trainers on the tall grass, and there was Pokemon on the hat.
Dan's
of the
just
tall grass.
salty because Luke's team beat his.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Way to
pretty,
lose,
it was
Dan.
Pretty good.
Way to lose.
Good job.
Anyway, as part of leveling up, Sammy attempted to level up his finances by opening up a pack of Pokemon cards as part of their presentation of their concept. And
Instead, he leveled up his debt.
yeah, which is
which he also just said in chat.
is a type of leveling up as well.
Yeah.
Weekend Jedi 42 asks, why are there no pictures of this? We decided many years ago that our Christmas party was mostly going to be a content-free zone. We do kind of weird stuff. I wasn't involved in the games planning this year, but I won't pretend that it was any more weird than some of the stuff that I have planned in the past. You had to like dig through containers of like mashed potatoes and dry noodles and wet noodles with a wooden spoon in your mouth to find codes to unlock combination locks. It was a whole thing.
I don't remember which one of those things, but one of those trays like stank.
Yeah, I think it was like Alfredo sauce or
It
something.
was rough.
I'm not going to say I would have done any better, but I will say that I was not involved in the games this year.
Yeah.
Anyway, the point is that we want it to be kind of a like social media free zone where people can, cut loose a little bit for once around here.
We really appreciate that.
We
It's
did
so nice.
have to do one short this year, but it is very short, and it just involves the giveaway of the Hisense 116-inch TV. So
Yeah.
we broke policy for that, but
Yeah, spoiler
that'll be the
alert.
exception, not the rule.
Spoiler alert, Dad. Sorry, I didn't win it again. One time.
How many tickets did you
We'll
put
get
in?
him. I always do over half my stack.
In the grand prize?
Yeah.
I did most of
because
mine.
I went through them before I drew,
Yeah.
and I was like, wow, Dan put a lot of tickets in here.
A bunch of people did. I know Alex and James were also trying to get it. I actually pulled up my office model just to check because it's like 9 feet wide.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any sense for me at all, but it would be cool at my dad's place. We've been going through every once in a bit. We did watch Two Towers now.
Nice.
So there's Return of the King left, and I was sitting there next to Emma at the Christmas party, and I leaned over and I'd be like, it'd be pretty sick to watch Return of the King on like the enormous TV.
It would.
It'll happen. It'll happen sometime.
Hey, you guys have come over to watch hockey games at my place. Feel free.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
you
true.
could always
That's
watch
true.
Return of the King on the slightly smaller 115-inch TV.
Can't do it.
It's too small.
Yeah.
It's too small. You'll have to make friends with we're not disclosing who it was
Yes,
yet.
yeah.
But you'll have to make friends with the person who won it.
Yeah.
Then you can watch on the proper biggest TV.
Yeah, there you go.
What else what are we supposed to be doing now, Dan? Sponsors 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The show is brought to you today by UGREEN. During the holiday season, we can all find ourselves rushing around. Wow, I cannot skateboard.
Oh, honestly, I thought you did a better job than I probably would have.
Really?
The fact that you stayed up.
Oh, really?
Well, like once you were actually you stayed up, and I don't know if it was intentional, but it looked like you tried to like kind of,
So I didn't used to be able to do that at all, but then I rode the Z-board around a lot.
Oh yeah. Okay.
For years I wasn't able to figure out how I can be so competent at snowboarding and so utterly worthless at skateboarding. Turns out they are not related skills.
No.
Anyway, in the middle of the madness, that quick pocket check can turn into a mini heart attack when you realize you don't have your wallet. Where could it be? Well, thanks to UGREEN's FineTrack Slim S, you'll never have to wonder again. It's a super slim card that slips right into your wallet and works with the Samsung Find app to help you locate it instantly. The Slim S is rechargeable, and UGREEN claims that with just a 1 to 2 hour charge, you can get up to a full year of battery life. Finding your wallet is easy. Just double press the button on the smart finder and the Samsung device will ring. You can even track your wallet globally, and the app keeps a history of your wallet's location for up to 7 days. Grab your UGREEN FineTrack Slim at the link down below. Okay, you guys watch the WAN show, so you know I don't say this very often, but I need one of these. I don't lose my wallet often.
When you do, it's
when
horrible.
I do, it's like really stressful.
Yeah.
And I really don't like it.
We need one for Linus.
You have to put 2 in, one for a personal one and one so we can find it for you.
No, he meant to find me.
Full of tracking. Oh,
he just wants to track where I am. It's a concept that we've kicked around a lot over the years.
Yeah, I think we have like a Linus AirTag somewhere.
Yeah.
The show is also brought to you by Miro. Sometimes the process of turning an idea into action or into a product can feel like it takes forever. But Miro wants to help you get on track so you won't have to stress as much about hitting a deadline. Miro is a collaborative whiteboard designed for teams to brainstorm, diagram, plan, and track projects in real time, regardless of where in the world they are. While AI can make things messier, especially without human intervention, Miro's AI sidekicks are designed to work with your team as something more akin to a project manager. It can be used to sort through things like sticky notes, research, concepts for videos, and it can combine them into structured project summaries. And you can use Miro's prototypes to turn your ideas into interactive tools right on the canvas, helping your team save time. And while we can't show it on screen, we've actually used Miro for our company org chart. Oh yeah, we're not going to show that on screen. So instead, there's just, our website. So help your teams get great done with Miro. Check out Miro.com to find out how. That's MIRO.com. All right, what are we supposed to be doing, Dan? Keep us on track. Heard some cats. Sure, we could do topics. MKBHD's scam wallpaper app is shutting down, and dear God, please, I am not calling it a scam. I'm just recalling when we discussed it back when he launched this product and people were calling it a scam. And we had that long conversation about how people are using the word scam to describe things that are not scams. The product always did exactly what he said it would do, which means it's not a scam. You just don't like it, which is a totally different thing. Anyway, panels is going away. On November 30th, Marques published an unlisted video giving an update on the wallpaper app Panels, announcing that it is being sunsetted. For those who missed it, Panels, which was started by the MKBHD team, was launched on September 26th of last year. It was an app dedicated to downloading wallpapers for your mobile devices and was immediately met with backlash for a number of reasons, with the biggest being the $50 yearly subscription, which again, I repeat, is not a scam. It just is of dubious value to many of the folks who evaluated its value.
People buy art for very weird amounts of money.
And sometimes that is a scam.
Yeah.
But it's not a scam of the person who's buying the art. It's scam
like
of the tax system.
Stuff,
So that's a whole separate deal.
Yeah.
Marques did make a follow-up video offering a lot more explanation for the pricing, including how it would help support the artists that made the images. But as of now, the final date for the app is December 31st, and Marques explained that there will be a prorated refund for anyone who is currently subscribed. And this is super cool, and the main reason that I even wanted to talk about this at all, he announced that the entire source code will be going up on GitHub for free if you ever wanted to make a wallpaper app. And realistically, does anybody need this source code? Probably not. But as far as good guy moves go, if you're going to discontinue something, a prorated refund and making the code open source for anyone who wants to continue it in any way, making the source code available. This is about the most graceful way you can possibly do it, and I think that's pretty cool. That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
Cool. Next one.
It is cool. Dope even, you might say.
Is it dope tech?
No.
Okay. Sounds good. Did we talk about Cherry yet? I don't think so. RIP
No.
Cherry. Cherry held a patent for mechanical switches and used to be the gold standard for keyboards.
For keyboard switches.
Yeah. That patent may be keyboards if you do like checkout systems at Vegas for some reason. That patent
McDonald's
sure. Random stuff like that. That patent lapsed in 2014. Since Cherry's patent lapsed, competition has slowly but surely,
but fastly,
kind of pretty quick actually, pushed them out of business. It says it again. It lapsed in 2014. Tons of other companies sprung up, and then I never really know how to say these names properly, but Gateron,
I took the easy
Kale,
one.
Texi, Jwick or JWK, etc.
Many.
The new companies have improved over Cherry in the past decade in honestly a wide variety of ways.
Yep.
It's been pretty wild. Many premium switches now come pre-lubed, which is quite a benefit.
Huge time saver.
Yeah.
Dude, lubing switches, it's that's the real reason that all these tiny keyboard form factors got popular. Everyone just gaslit themselves into believing that they wanted a tiny keyboard, but what they actually didn't want to do was lube 104 stems. I'm kidding. I know a lot of you legitimately love your tiny keyboards.
Hot take, I think this is one of the reasons why keyboard stuff is getting more boring these days, though, is there's nothing to it anymore. But anyways, moving on. Experimentation with other materials has been a big part of it.
Yep.
Cherry just hasn't really been the gold standard for a while, and they haven't kept up with things like Hall effects or optical switches and whatnot. Cherry is now looking to give up its German production and sell the core division. You might be like, wow, that seems like an overreaction. No. From January 2025 to the end of September, the company made a net loss of almost 20.4 million euros. Whoa. Wow. I'm kind of surprised that was even possible.
And something that you got to kind of understand is that Cherry, key switchness is a really, really small part of their parent company's operation. It's kind of barely even a footnote. So the fact that they even bothered for this long is honestly kind of a surprise.
When we were there, which Cherry was like much more on top of the world at that time. Hell yeah.
What a great shot.
Yeah. But when we were there, I remember thinking like, oh, this is like pretty small.
Yeah. And then we couldn't shoot any of it. But actually, hold on. I'm just going to check a thing. Yeah, okay, cool. In 2008, Cherry was purchased by ZF. So we couldn't shoot any of it. But like the stuff that ZF was doing for like the automotive industry and stuff was like, oh. So they just wanted Cherry's IP probably for something to do with their real business. And they were like, sure, you keep doing your little thing. Apparently ZF sold the Cherry Group back in 2016, but still uses Cherry branded switch. Okay, this is AI though, so who knows? But the point is they did own them at some point, and Cherry was later. Oh wow, Cherry's been sold a couple times. So timeline of ownership, ZF purchased them in 2008. ZF sold them in 2016, so this is after the patent lapsed. And then that was to Genui Partners, and then from 2020 to 2021 was acquired by Argand Partners. So things have clearly been circling the drain for quite a while now.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You're gonna buy Cherry?
We buy Cherry. No, I don't want them.
Do what with it?
Yeah, exactly. I
can't really add anything to that table.
I mean, what they were worth was the IP and the German manufacturing. And now the IP is worthless and the German manufacturing is closing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think they're just, I think they're a relic now.
Make Canadian switches.
I mean, would anybody really want maple syrup in their switches?
Maple syrup lube, yeah.
I don't think so.
It'd smell really nice.
Yeah.
For a little while.
Yeah.
It'd smell really bad eventually.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of things that people like that are like that. Yeah, because then you just have to keep buying a new one.
We finally have a consumable product.
Yeah, like that'd be, oh man, imagine you could make like the world's best smelling cologne, but it only smells good for an hour. You know, like what a business model that would be. If it was
actually the world's best smelling cologne, like objectively, that would sell like crazy.
Oh, people would totally do it.
Yeah.
You know who's super into cologne? Sherrod.
That makes sense.
He gave me like a whole like lesson on cologne when we were stuck in an airport for 5 hours on that China trip. This lines
up for me.
Oh yeah. He's like, and it's not just like, you know, he's like, oh yeah, here's the one that I have and I like it a lot. You know,
different ones for different like occasions and stuff.
Because that's
change with the seasons.
That's just like, oh, you went on the subreddit and you went to like the pinned one and then you just bought whatever was the top one.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
No. He's like, here's the one that like I'd love to wear regularly, but it's like not affordable. But here's the one that, you know, because you know what's their name? Not Mac, but maybe it was Mac. Basically, he like knew the promotional cycle of one of our local cosmetics chains and was like, yeah, so I'll pick up like the big bottle of this from them like during this month when they like have the promo. But these ones are really nice. And he like shows me a couple. He's like, yeah, they like kind of change over time. This one's like fireplace. And like, okay, check this out. Okay, smell it right away. And I'm like, oh, okay. And then he like he goes like this with the card. And then he actually like carried it with him. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, okay, now smell the fireplace one. So he had me like smell like a bunch of these. And he's like, yeah, see how it like smells different now. Like it was sweet at the beginning and now it's more smoky. Like this is like really good. And he's like talking me through all this stuff. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I just wear my speed stick.
Yeah. I was going to say, I'm pretty sure you don't even wear cologne. Just underarm stuff.
Yeah. No, I mean, as long as I don't stink.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not on there's like a spectrum, and it's stink to doesn't smell bad to smells good. And I think we're both getting the doesn't smell bad.
Let's hope.
Yeah. That's the goal, at least.
Yeah. I actually, it was asked once what I smell like in an AMA, and I believe it was because I had some help.
Oh yeah,
I had some help responding to the AMA from longtime members of the team, and Ed was the one who responded to that one. Thank you very much for that. And he said I smell like cheap deodorant, and cheap hair gel. And nowadays, I don't wear hair gel anymore.
So just cheap deodorant.
Just cheap deodorant.
Nice. That works.
Yeah.
That's good. It's perfectly good guy stuff.
I don't know. If I was going to wear anything, I would probably just go for the most basic possible.
Oh, not much left.
All good.
Yeah.
I would probably go for the most basic possible thing, and I would just wear like Old Spice or something.
Yeah. Would Sherrod be able to like pair something with you?
I'm sure he'd be able to, but like, I honestly think that just like smelling like anything other than just basic it wouldn't be right.
Wouldn't fit your brand.
It's not even my brand. It's just like, I wouldn't consistently apply it. Like I have to be in active pain to consistently use a product in the morning and evening. So other than like teeth brushing, you may not believe this because my teeth are really
right now.
Yellow right now because of the wax that's over top of my brackets, which is stained. But my teeth are I care about my oral hygiene. I hate bad breath. I like on myself, on anyone. I don't like bad breath. So that's something that I don't have to remember. But other than that, like even my anti-inflammatory cream for the tennis elbow, it's taken me so long to heal because I'd be so inconsistent about applying it.
About that stuff too.
Like even if I'm actively in pain, I will often forget to put on something that I'm supposed to use. Like Yvonne recommended like facial cleansers and stuff that I'm supposed to use. So like, I don't know, my pores will be smaller or something. I'm like, who wants small pores? Does this matter? Like I can't be motivated.
The biggest pores.
I can't be motivated to use them regularly. So
I have big, strong pores.
Oh man. Anselmo asks, Old Spice is basic? I ain't fancy, I guess. Old Spice is super basic. Sherrod would be able to educate you.
Yeah, Old Spice is not. Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally old. It's the Old Spice. And to be clear, they have lots of other products, but when I was talking about it just now, I was referring to literally like the OG, like the aftershave smell.
Old Spice original.
Yeah. Yeah. Syphilus says Old Spice has picked up their game lately. Okay, that's cool. Good for them.
I still think it's normie stuff.
Yeah, compared probably.
Sherrod could never.
I don't think Sherrod would ever. I don't think he would ever. I'll ask him.
It's funny looking at like the photos at my parents' house because, leading up till grade 5, I don't think you're old enough to possibly care. And then in grade 5 and grade 6, I cared like a lot about my appearance, and you can tell in the photos. And then immediately after that, I never cared again. And you can tell in the photos. I don't know what happened. But it's true.
All right. I asked him. We're gonna get the expert's take probably pretty soon here. It shows available on Teams, so we should hear back from him.
I mean, it's middle of a work day, which is weird because WAN show, but yeah.
Yeah, should be fine. This is work.
Yeah.
The WAN people want to know.
Yeah.
All right.
No, I meant it like. Yeah, I didn't mean it that way. I meant like he'll probably be available because
3 dots. Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go. We got the dots. The dots are incoming. I asked him, Old Spice, would you ever?
I love how it's.
The 3 dots are gone. The 3 dots are gone. He's thinking. Like, Dio? Would I ever wear it? Lol. I mean, the brand.
I feel like deodorant versus cologne is like a pretty big jump.
That's true. Okay, so I'm talking more like.
Do they have cologne? They must, right?
I don't know. Oh, maybe we're just asking entirely the wrong question.
Yeah, we might be. They have cologne.
Okay. Xenox LT asks, wait, are there deodorant without a scent? I believe so. They're really hard to track down, though. Yeah, here we go. He sees it. He's seen it. He's given it a think. He's given it a think. Should we do another topic in the meantime?
Oh, sure.
Oh no, dude, we got a strong response. Hell nah, lol. I left that in high school. Okay, so there you go, boys. We got you your answer.
Yeah.
Comme des garçons, Cologne. Thanks. Thanks. I'll let the WAN show
Comme
know.
des garçons?
Yeah, I want to bring it up. No, come. Like in French. Oh my God, stop. I will look it up because I can spell it.
I think I might have found it pretty quick. Okay. Oh, this sounds like a store, maybe.
Okay, here we go. Comme des garçons perfumes. Okay, so this is apparently
this is Sherrod approved.
Yeah, and they're like packaging is a major factor apparently. Okay, this is not something that I personally can really like understand too much, but apparently that's a big part of the concrete. Dude, I don't know. This is not my world. This is not a thing that I really understand very well.
Neat.
But this is something that, I mean, how much does this stuff cost? Okay, what's the drowning
How much does it cost
guy?
to smell like concrete?
Sure, let's find that out.
I want to know. I want to smell like concrete.
Okay, well, oh my God. These are the only places we can get it? Yeah. What am I even talking about? Sure, I'll take your cookies.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, let's go with New York, because that'll likely be in US. Oh. Woo! Okay.
That's not concrete, though.
Is that a year's supply? First, when 30 years ago, these perfumes were first imagined, expressing the values of the brand through a new medium to disturb the traditional parameters of the fragrance industry. And, okay, that is a job that AI could do.
Writing the product descriptions
for like bougie colognes.
Nice.
Yeah, I think so. I don't even think anyone's going to be that mad about it. Me saying that. I don't even think that's a hot take.
Someone will be. All right, do we move on?
Yeah, I think we move on.
There's a bunch of no notes topics.
Yeah, we could do a no notes topic, sure.
Google has removed the call home and PA style broadcast features from the Home app.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah. A company is using AI Linus to advertise a pirate streaming box on TikTok.
That sucks. That's lame.
Yeah.
Oh, here. You know what?
Do you do anything about that? Are you going to do anything about that?
Realistically, they know what they're doing.
Yeah, that's not you.
They're in a region where probably, like, if there was a way to go after these guys legally, I'm sure that the content owners of the content that they're pirating on the U-Free Box US 2, I'm sure they'd be trying. So I'm kind of looking at it going, what chance do I have of combating this? Yeah, this blows. Never buy from these guys because they're clearly scummy buttheads. And also, my mouth is not that big.
Yeah, that's the main thing that made it obvious it wasn't you, to be honest.
I guess I could. I could.
Nah.
I could.
Nah.
Yeah.
Because now it's
not that wide.
It's super round. Yeah. You can't do it that way.
I can try.
Not quite though.
No, I can't quite get there.
Sounds horrible when you do that too.
Listen. Okay, don't listen. What else we got?
Moving on. No notes. Missouri residents' searches for VPNs have quadrupled after age verification laws kicked in, which we all knew was going to happen.
Yeah, this is going to be a thing. Now's a perfect time to shout out our VPN partner, Private Internet Access. We'll have them linked down below. Our discussion question is, how could stories like this getting attention put VPNs at risk? Man, I would like to think that the U.S. would stop short of outlawing VPNs, because that would be like some China level authoritarianism.
Didn't they very recently pump VPNs like crazy? I thought they told people.
No,
I
think it was like the FBI specifically talked about them or something. Like it was one agency that talked about them. But the thing to wait. Shut up. Someone said they're illegal in Michigan? That can't be right. Hold on a second.
Need to look that up.
Hold on a second. VPN. Michigan. Hold on a second. Okay, AI says no, they are not currently illegal in Michigan, but a proposed bill, House Bill 4938, the Anti-Corruption of Public Morals Act, oh my God, aims to ban the sale, promotion, and use of circumvention tools like VPNs to access prohibited content like adult sites, forcing ISPs to block them, and potentially making tools for remote work illegal, though its passage and enforceability are uncertain. That is an AI summary. Electronic Frontier Foundation has a great headline on this. Lawmakers want to ban VPNs and they have no idea what they're doing. Yes.
Yeah, when do they, though?
Yeah.
When doing practically anything.
Two truer clauses have never been attached to each other before by an M-dash. Outstanding. Apparently this is Wisconsin, Michigan, and beyond. Wow, Buzz Lightyear too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay, this is over in the UK. Oh, man. Sometimes I feel like... You know,
can you just add those to the doc?
My North American cousins.
I'll highlight it.
My North American cousins down in the United States of A. Sometimes I feel like there are certain hot button issues that they get really like rah, my personal freedoms about, while completely missing the active erosion of said freedoms in much more restrictive, much wider reaching ways that I just find a little bit baffling. I find it very confusing that there isn't more outrage over stuff like this, or those what was that camera surveillance company?
Know what they are.
That surveillance company,
Flock?
Yeah, Flock, the Flock camera topic from last week. Like, this is bad. And like anyone, any individual senator or representative or governor or whatever, or any party that is pushing this agenda, like I would have a hard time supporting them. Oh, yeah, this is tough.
I have a feeling, honestly, they just don't even know what it is.
I mean,
that's what I'm kind of leaning on, because it actually feels like it supports like traditional American values. VPNs.
Well, yeah,
it's like protecting of the individual from the state, blah 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 blah,
and like your right to privacy.
I really think
stuff.
They just don't even know what it is. I suspect it's an education problem.
All right.
I don't mean traditional education. I don't think you go to school to learn what a VPN is. All right. That's not my point.
No comment. No comment.
I majored in PIA.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not educated on colognes. I'm pissed I didn't learn about that in school. Anyways, next one. This one's a little fun.
Yeah, sure. Hit me.
No notes, but there are some, I guess. Discuss the impact of crawler bots on overall internet traffic using labs as an example. There are some discussion questions here. What more can be done to regulate crawler bots? There's some technical solutions.
Why don't we show the graph that you shared with me first?
Sure. So there's a few now because we figured out that you wanted to show this on WAN, so we added some info. But there's the linked one. So the linked reference image is the one that you initially saw.
Okay. So here, let me fire that up. Okay. So here's what Luke showed me, and I was like, hey, wouldn't it be kind of cool if we talked about this? So this is traffic to LTT Labs.
Yeah.
That is non-human, that we were able to trace back to particular AI crawler bots.
And this is a relatively short period of time. We're showing like early November 26th to late midday December 2nd.
Sorry, I'm doing a bad job.
What's going on over there?
I'm doing a bad job of this. There, November 26th, down there. I was trying to show the date clearer, but whatever. I'm just going to circle it and say November 26th.
So it's a relatively short period of time, but you can see like ChatGPT is like an enormous amount of this. And then you've got Googlebot. Googlebot's a little bit complicated. We'll talk about it in a second. And then you take a significant jump down. So it's ChatGPT, significant jump down, Googlebot, significant jump down, everything else basically. Bing, DuckDuck, Amazon, and then the rest. But yeah, it's a lot, but there's other stuff going on too. So I'm gonna need some of my notes here to explain some of this.
So my first discussion question was, because these AI bots, and we've talked about this with the House Fresh folks, because these AI bots are completely, or no, it wasn't House Fresh. It was the AnandTech shutdown topic. So I was chatting with Ryan. He was saying like a significant amount of their hosting cost is just serving to scrapers. Since they're so undiscerning in their scraping, like, and we know that the majority of internet users visit just a handful of sites. How much internet traffic
it's incredible.
do you think is just mindless bots scraping sites that very few humans are actually interacting with? Like, what is the cost of all of this?
It's quite high. It's interesting because like there is also a different line in my opinion, because there's scraping in order to build a database or whatever, but then there's also scraping on behalf of a user. There's no way to differentiate that on the host side. But you might tell a bot like, oh, you said a bunch of stuff, but I need links for it. And then it's going to go out and like search the internet and find things. But yeah, there's no way for us to tell what the difference is. One of the really interesting ones we've got.
Barely Lingual in Floatplane chat says, I work at Wikimedia. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a ton.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
One of the interesting ones we have is this one. There we go. This chart, the blue versus purple lines squiggles. I couldn't really get a good photo of this explaining what it all is, but absorb that for a second. Look at the dates when the blue and the purple line diverge.
Yes, so sometime in April.
March.
Oh, late March.
So the purple, the purple is impressions. The blue is clicks.
Right.
March 2025 was when AI results started rolling out in search.
Oh, yeah. We've kind of talked about this before.
I've had people say that the stuff you're quoting is like not necessarily real because it's just like your idea of what might be happening. So I don't know. Maybe this will help people accept that like, yeah, I know that's for sure happening. So we're getting brought up more. But clicks are the big spikes are lower. You can tell there was like a massive spike in purple right around here. I don't know necessarily what happened, but whatever was interesting and searchable didn't result in clicks.
And this is LTT Labs.
Yeah.
Huh.
Something here happened that was really big. It got a little bit of a spike.
Yeah.
It was probably be one of these bigger ones before, but it was not as clickable. Same thing happens here.
Wow.
And then this one was like really massive. I'm not entirely sure what this is. We could dive into it, but I don't know off the top of my head what that fully is. And then the last one, oh no, never mind. There's two more. Oh yeah, this one's kind of interesting. The Google one is skewed because just Google in general is a little weird because how do you count Google's stuff?
Yeah, because some of it's going to be search.
Yeah. So the other ones are kind of more interesting, like Perplexity, over 15,000 requests with 23 total referrals.
Right. Like there's no way that you can profitably just even web host at that kind of ratio.
It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool.
And to be clear, like, okay, calm down. When I'm talking profitability, I'm not going like corporate fat cat profitability here. I'm talking more like sustainability.
It's the death and consolidation of small websites.
Okay, back to Luke laptop.
That's the last one. Yeah, just some top referrals. I think this previous one is more interesting, but just showing this one as well. DuckDuckGo, based DuckDuckGo, getting a lot more than Bing was surprising and interesting to me.
I mean, yeah, for our audience, that does kind of make sense.
It does.
Firefox users, you know?
Yeah.
By the way, Matt from the Labs web team says, by the way, we do use all the anti-AI meta tags and best practices to tell them not to scrape. They just completely ignore them.
Yeah, which we absolutely knew was going to be a thing.
Yeah. Which is why...
We've said it on WAN Show. We've said it elsewhere.
Yeah. So we're not going to hire an entire team of anti-AI experts to try to make our site less scrapable. That's just not good use of our very limited resources.
But I've had people directly reach out to me and be like, yeah, labs results ended up in a ChatGPT thing I was doing, asking it questions, and it was useful enough that I didn't check the site. And it's like, well, all right.
That's how they get you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this genuinely explains how, NVIDIA can keep selling more consumer GPUs, which they report quarter after quarter growth in their GeForce business. But viewership on, how to pick a GPU video doesn't necessarily go up, because if people are just using AI, then that's all they need.
Yes, I know about the humans.txt initiative. The problem is a lot of these things are just ignorable. It's, if you look at the incentives of what is happening and you're seeing the results of this in some places, it really sucks for most people, because what's going to end up happening is a bunch of sites are going to die, and the ones that don't die are probably going to push heavier monetization models by putting their interesting stuff behind paywalls.
Yep. That's going to be the only way they can survive. I'm not even mad at them for it at this point.
Yeah.
They're doing what they have to do to survive. We're lucky, and also we got to give ourselves credit for seeing the writing on the wall a long time ago, and we've invested heavily in buy a onesie. Make sure that we can keep doing the work we're doing.
Yeah.
But not everybody has that luxury of having other businesses to continue to support their media businesses through this very, very difficult period. I got to say, a major sort of growing up moment for me, or not even moment, but thing I've experienced over, let's call it the last 10 years, has been discovering, to my dismay, how much of the general structure of the world was just and order and stability was just built on like norms and good faith engagement, rather than any kind of expectation of actual enforcement.
That's still a thing.
It is still a thing, but
it's standards versus rules, right? If you can live off of standards, you will probably have a better group of people.
Yeah, but I feel like my expectation of being able to rely on standards and people to uphold them is eroding.
Oh no, for sure. I'm talking super broadly here. I'm talking like corporate teams, sports teams, government, groups of friends, groups of people, government, countries, whatever you want. If it can survive off of standards, that's pretty much always better. This is the whole high trust versus low trust society thing.
Yeah, we talked about that.
If it is the standard of your society to be good to each other, then people will generally attempt to maintain that. But the problem is that the people themselves have to enforce that to a certain degree, because you can't allow people to just, yeah.
And authoritarian enforcement is not the answer.
No. Well, that's kind of the whole idea.
Yeah, the only way is you can go from the bottom up, upholding societal standards, and I just feel like we're in deep doo-doo here.
Oh yeah, it's bad.
But there's no consequences, and so I don't even.
It's not even that there's no consequences. Look
at this. There's no consequences. They can completely ignore us saying please no, and they win.
And smaller companies get hurt by this, and companies like Micron are able to bail out of consumer spaces for massively more high profit things that are sitting here profiting off of small groups like that. Artists, small publications, book writers, whatever are all getting looted for all their stuff, and it's all funneling up to these big companies. And then what they're doing with that is making consumer spending more difficult because it's all being gathered up by big corporate spending. Like it's the cycle is much more involved than I think even doomers would like to think. Is bad.
And to be clear, like this is a really kind of tough one to kind of wrap my brain around, is I can understand why maybe even especially at the bottom, people are feeling so jaded and so left out by this system that they're sitting here going, well, if they don't have to follow the rules, then why should I? And they can end up harming each other a lot more than they end up harming our corporate overlords.
I strongly agree with that when it comes to dealing with them, but ideally not each other.
Yeah. Evicus says, that's how I feel about drug dealers. Like, yeah, to be clear, I don't want anyone to be a drug dealer. I don't want anyone to have to be a drug dealer. Is sort of another way of saying the same thing. And if someone was choosing between their family starving and dealing drugs, I can at least understand. I can try to empathize with their position. I don't have to like it. I don't have to want that choice or that outcome for myself or for anyone, but you've got to at least try to sort of put yourself in their mindset and go, okay, why did they make that choice? And to be clear, not everyone is doing it out of necessity. I don't buy that for a second. But at least some seem to be pretty stuck. Cool.
Very fun.
Good chat.
I've just been sent some pictures of my Christmas party costume. I won't include the one
nice.
when I'm standing.
A lighter topic.
Yeah, exactly. I won't include the one when I'm standing in the venue because there's other people in the background. I know we don't do that, but I am going to include some of the photos of the actual get up. I'm just not wearing it in these photos. Christmas.
Do you want me to do another thing in the meantime? Do you need a minute?
I should be like...
Oh, why don't I get through sponsors?
10 seconds. But yeah, I'll just be ready when you're done.
Yeah, sure. All right, the show is brought to you by Saley. Back in September, we finally got Smash Champs all set up for an amazing Whale LAN event. And to everyone who came, hey, thank you so much for being part of it. We know that getting up here to the Great White North is not easy for everyone. Traveling to another country is not always simple or affordable. One hurdle that visitors from, say, the US might run into is getting hit with roaming fees while they're here. But our sponsor, Saley, can help. They'll help you save money with their easy-to-use eSIM service. For less than the cost of a single day of roaming on the average carrier, you can get a full week with 1 gig of data while visiting Canada. Saley is a great choice for staying connected while traveling, and they offer 24/7 chat if you need help anytime, anywhere. Get an exclusive 15% discount on Saley data plans. Use code WANSHOW at checkout. You can download the Saley app or go to saley.com/WANShow. The show is also brought to you by Odd Pieces. Are you looking for a way to slow down? Spend some time with your partner or your kids and share something a little more interactive than rewatching The Office for the 9th time. Odd Pieces is a perfect cozy night with Coco activity for couples who want to spend more quality time together.
That's going to be a fanfic now.
Okay, thank you. Odd Pieces is not an ordinary puzzle. As you assemble it, you'll realize that the image on the box is only the first half of the story being told. The finished puzzle reveals what happens 15 seconds after, with characters and objects moving around and many surprises to find. When you're done, there's also a sealed secret envelope that delivers a twist that you most likely won't see coming if you are ages 10 and under. Well, okay, with that said, I haven't done all of them. The twist for mine was pretty obvious, but your mileage may vary on that. Each box comes with 1,000 premium pieces, 2 puzzle maps, comics, stickers, and an ultimate riddle, turning a night at home into a little mini adventure. So connect with a loved one. Oh, okay. Okay. Hey, nice. So connect with a loved one like a puzzle piece. Can I get it?
Yeah.
This holiday season at 40% off. And you can save an extra 15% with code WAN Show. Just check out that QR code that's on the screen right now. Odd pieces. All right. What do you want to, are you showing your costume?
I can
Actually,
that.
can I run to the washroom while you do that then?
Sure, yeah.
Cool. BRB.
So it was mentioned that I was tall grass. So my original idea, which was maybe okay, but not very good, was that I'd get a light green colored shirt and some dark green fabric markers and just like basically draw in a bunch of blades of grass, which because of the alternating colors of green would make it look like a bunch of different blades of grass. But then Emma got involved and made it way better. So now it was like I was basically wearing a diorama. So there's a bunch of Pokemon trainers in the tall grass, and the tall grass was these like little 3D things that were glued onto the shirt, and there was these are totally Butterfrees and not random butterfly things bought from a craft store. I did a little text box because you got an encounter with this particular trainer, and they like shorts because they're comfy and easy to wear, which is based. And then there's the hat, which the hat was wild. It was again a little diorama, this time with actual Pokemon involved.
I didn't know it had little characters. That's so good.
Yeah, there's little mini sleeping, all the Gen 1 starters, including the Pikachu from Yellow, all just having a little nap on top of the hat with some little mushrooms. There's a mushroom Pokemon, Moral, that came later on, a little wooden stump and stuff. This is actually a white hat. That she tried to paint some like grass kind of texture onto, which was wild. And then there's another angle of it here. It was quite the thing to wear, but it was awesome. Yeah, it was cool. Emma did all that. It was fantastic. Secret lab. Oh. Okay, good call. I'm gonna leave it where it was, actually. He might not notice. I was thinking of turning it like that, but then I think the act of turning the chair might make him notice. We'll see. Good call, everyone. Good call. All right, let's see. What do we have? We should be talking about something. I can do another topic? Or
sure, yeah. You got the crawler one. That's good. AWS and Google Cloud.
Yeah, where's that?
Underneath it.
No, it's AWS and Google Cloud interconnect announcement. Really? Part of this announcement is the introduction of an open source API to allow other cloud providers to adopt simplified connectivity for everyone? What? Discussion question. We have seen in the last few months that these giant cloud services can effectively disable sections of the internet when they go down. Yes. How do you think introducing a new standard like this will affect the industry moving forward? Well, I don't know what the standard is. Totally Fake Arthur said, that is actually super sick. It's crazy. Instead of NVLink, it's AG-Link. I would like to know more. I feel like this maybe should have actually had some notes. AWS announces preview of AWS Interconnect multi-cloud providing... Oh, interesting. That'll be really expensive. Multi-cloud providing simple, resilient, high-speed private connections to other cloud service providers, starting in preview with Google Cloud. Okay, that is very interesting. I do really have to wonder how expensive that will be. I think it's going to be prohibitively expensive for a lot of places. But we will see. Easy cloud migrations. Yeah, I mean, I get it now. I just didn't fully understand it immediately from the notes. I should have paid more attention to the title. Yeah, I don't have access to that. Cool. Nice. Yeah, I mean, that sounds cool, interesting, resilient, but also probably very expensive. And we'll see how that goes. You literally had to pay people to run actual wires in a data center before. Yeah, I mean, you're still doing that. It's just being obfuscated from you. That is totally still happening. I don't know, guys. A lot of this cloud stuff is very expensive, and like doubling it is also going to be very expensive. It will be really nice for resiliency, though. Certain services will benefit from that a lot, but I think if you're expecting like everyone to do that, it's going to be too much for a lot of places. Okay.
Did you get the Google one?
Which one?
Google has removed the call home.
Yes, we did. We did talk about that one.
Yep.
New robots look like they could kick my butt.
Okay, these are cool.
EngineAI released a video showing off the new T800 robot, totally not a ripoff. It's surprisingly agile. It performs a bunch of martial arts moves like front kicks and roundhouse kicks. Despite the no AI/CGI in the bottom left hand of the clip, many comments don't believe it. Unitree responded with their own video a day later showing off the H2 robot.
Wait, hold on. Can we look at this first?
Yes. Yeah, that looks like
this
that
1
doesn't look real at all.
billion% looks like CGI.
Yeah, that doesn't look real at all.
Hold on. Let's see. Hold on.
Even like the lighting and stuff. Yeah, I don't even sort of believe this.
If you're going to make that claim, why would you shoot it like this?
Yeah, that's why it's so strange.
Hold on. Why doesn't the human ever interact with the robot?
And their like face is covered with a hood the whole time.
Well, no, that's fine. I don't mind that because that human is probably there. But they never touch each other. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like when Unitree does demos and stuff, they'll kick the robot and stuff.
Oh, you can see them there.
No, I mean, but they never touch each other.
Yeah. Do they ever cross over even? They get really close. This is the weirdest shot video ever. It could be a stunt. Wow, yeah, it looks too good. I don't believe that it's this good, but it could be oh man, this is the fakest looking video ever, dude.
Like, why would you shoot it to look fake?
This is what I was saying, is I could see it be a strategy where they're trying to get people to claim that it's not fake so then they can prove that it's real later. Sorry, claim that it is fake so they can prove that it's real later.
The one time anyone touches the robot,
it's not moving.
It's not moving. I don't even think it's on.
That is the most BS looking thing ever.
And this looks more like the robot actually doing stuff.
Yeah. And then this suddenly super doesn't.
Okay. Anyway, so this is EngineAI.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Okay, and then
Unitree responded with their own video a day later showing off the H2 robot. Their video starts with the 1.8 meter tall humanoid robot beating up a much smaller robot. Then it spars with a person and a bigger robot.
See, this also looks kind of fake, except, okay, there's actually people back here. And when we move on...
This one feels a lot more real.
They actually interact with the robot.
It feels a lot more real. Even a lot of the movements. Like, it's surprisingly fluid, but it still has, like, the classic robotics, like... I am unstable. I will run, algorithm thing to figure out how to become stable again.
Yeah.
Like little things like that little like struggle, that feels a lot more legit.
Oh yeah, 100%. That looked legitimately dangerous being in the ring with this thing. Like if it connected on one of these roundhouse kicks, check this out. Oh no, not this one. Never mind. Hold on. Here it is. Like if it had connected with that kick,
yeah, it could suck.
That would have freaking hurt.
That would suck.
Like maybe injury hurt. Anyway, Unitree just can't stop winning, man. Like
crazy.
The whole industry is moving so fast that it would be impossible to tell us which horse is gonna, or horses more likely, are gonna win this race.
Well, based on those videos, I don't think EngineAI is, because I don't think they have a horse. I don't know. That video is just so fake looking. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, look at the lighting that would have been required for this intro.
Hold on. Apparently, the EngineAI T800 video has behind the scenes that's been released as a response to the fake CGI comments. All right, let's have a look. Okay. Okay, that looked more awkward. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Whoa, wait. Okay, this guy is moving. Okay, they've got...
This doesn't do much to make me believe it. I'm just saying.
That helped a little.
That's not the take that's in the video.
No, it's not. Okay, yeah. I want to see someone interact with this stupid robot. Hold on. Is it going to touch something? Wait, what is Buddy here doing? Oh, okay, that's an action cam.
I'm still skeptical.
Show me it doing something not badass. That's what I want. Hold on. Wait. I want to go back to that one for a second. So, where's the sun? Okay. Man, this looks so fake. Touch it. Somebody touch the robot. See, this is convincing, but again, it's...
But then it cuts.
I don't know, dude. I don't know, dude. I'm not very convinced right now. Okay, I still don't believe it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Did this help at all? Oh man, a lot of people saying the behind the scenes makes it look even more fake. I don't know. I need to see a human interacting with
I'm
it.
also not like I said, it felt like a move where they wanted people to say that it looked fake so that they could try to prove that it wasn't fake. And the non-behind the scenes video is only 3 days old and they have the behind the scenes cut already out. I feel like they're just trying to get in news headlines right now and they succeeded.
You think so?
That's my vibe check.
That's some pretty good 4D chess.
It feels very planned out, though.
Yeah, I don't. Sure, yeah. I mean, you plan when you play 4D chess. That's like the whole idea.
I don't know.
Yeah,
dude. Okay, seriously.
Scooby3 says the old push it back with a broom test. Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see it like
they're 1 day apart.
I want to see it failing to do a bunch of the like spinning kicks.
It's not just that this video is 3 days old. This one's only 2 days old.
Yeah,
released immediately afterwards.
That's true enough, but like it's not like that took a lot of editing to do. Like they just chopped together some footage.
Yeah.
Like what's they've got a bunch of other stuff on their channel.
Setting the record straight on CGI rumors. I really think it's a publicity thing.
Like, have they ever done anything in the past? Hold on. Searching for their channel didn't bring it up for me. Can you bring up their channel again?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. No, I found it now. Like, they've got a whole bunch of videos on their channel. Like, do any of these other ones... Nice. Like, this looks... This looks more believable.
Hit it with a broom. Interact with it directly.
Come on, Speed.
You.
Touch it.
One time.
Touch it, Speed. Touch it. I mean, yeah, that
looked a lot more realistic.
That looked a lot more realistic. Okay. Well, when was this anyway? Oh, shoot, I hate how hard it is to just find the stupid details. Okay, yeah, you got to go find the hamburger menu, then click description. So that was in April of this year. You know what? Let's see how it goes. I agree with Luke that they're obviously playing a get in headlines game.
Yeah.
Until I see something that doesn't look quite as polished and staged and as devoid of real material interactions as even the behind the scenes here, I'm going to find this pretty darn hard to believe.
And if they like hard scripted a bunch of movements that do look that good, and that's why some of the standard walking scenes look dramatically lower tech than the like martial arts scenes where they're like moving much more like you would expect, and then suddenly they're like fluid and dynamic. Maybe, but like a lot of these things, it looks like the like metal is almost bending in a way that like a human doing these types of movements would flex and bend when it like collides with the ground and stuff. And then you suddenly see the walking scenes is like, like I don't know. I have a hard time believing it at all, but if it is like hard scripted to happen specifically in like that room, in that setting, with that floor material and all that kind of stuff, maybe they've got something.
Maybe.
It's never useful to anyone really, but like, okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait before just pronouncing this to be fake and before pronouncing this to be real.
I'm not saying this as a fact, but I'm definitely siding on the it's fake side. And if it isn't fake, then I mean, hell yeah.
I'm going to say it looks fake.
All power to him. It for sure looks fake. And then again, this part, like it might not all be fake. This part seems like it could be legitimate. Real. This movement all seems pretty normal.
Yep.
Very kind of often one motor at a time, and then we're back to nah.
Yep, fair enough.
Anyways,
we don't have any other like real topics, but there were a couple other things to talk about. My son started a 3D printing business.
Yeah, you're doing a video for that, right?
Yeah,
like has to be.
Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah,
I've heard the story behind this, and it's incredible.
I took a picture of him last night because he's actually the first teenager that I've ever met in my entire life who's like the king of just getting a good night's sleep and being fresh in the morning. And so this is really unusual for him. But he was like up really late last night. And so I got home from the Christmas party and I was like, I went to say goodnight to all of the kids and make sure that they were in bed. And so my daughters were in bed and I was like, that's good. And I went to pop my head into my son's room and I was like, good night, boy. And then I was like, you're not in here. Oh, lights on in your bathroom. You're not in there either. Where the heck is he? I'm like, is he in the mechanical room again? Because he has been spending so much of his time down in the mechanical room. And Dan, I just sent you a picture. And this is the scene that I walked in on. I have never been prouder.
Hell yeah. What are those Christmas trees?
They're little fidget toys that are two spiral things.
Oh, I've seen
that kind
those.
of go together. He has like an entrepreneurship fair coming up at the school, and so he's bringing the ones on the bamboo that are closer to us are those little infinite fold fidget cubes. And so he's bringing a bunch of like pre-printed stuff and then also promoting his like choose your own 3D printing business. So he's been, you can take it down now. So he's been learning a whole bunch of like 3D printing. So he's learning about different filaments and like the different temperatures and odors and off-gassing and like just like sort of all this various stuff. He keeps asking me to like buy more filament and
Have you got him into flexible stuff yet?
Not yet. We have some, but most of the orders that he's getting are not for stuff that uses it. And right now he's having a hard time keeping up just with what people are requesting, let alone going and just like exploring and finding interesting things to go and...
Doesn't have to do as much product development yet.
I'm trying to find a way to make him actually sort of think about the nuts and bolts of how to make this a business, but not make it just, impossible to overcome. Because other than like sports, he's had a hard time finding like a hobby up until now. He loves gaming, he loves sports, but you can only play so many video games a day. Sorry, you're not going to be an esports pro, not in my house. It's just not going to happen. And you can only do so much physical activity before your body just must recover, and that's actually a healthy thing to do. And so he's finally done it. He's like super dialed in. So the balance that I think I've found is that he has to pay me for filament by the weight that he uses.
Interesting. Is that true when he's selling product, but not if he's making it for himself?
He doesn't make anything for himself. He doesn't care. He does not do like gadgets and stuff. Dude, we'll go to Disneyland as a family. I kid you not. And the whole weekend, the girls are like hounding us for some princess thing or some dress or some wand or some balloon or whatever. Actually, I should give them more credit than that. Once they grew up a little bit, neither of them would hound us. But we do have sort of the rule in our house that they learn is that when we go on vacation, you can have one souvenir. Don't bother us about it. At the end, keep your eyes open, and then at the end, let us know. And if it's something within the budget that we set, then that's one. And don't bug us past that is sort of the rule that we have. But anyway, so the girls will have their eyes out and they'll be like chitter-chattering at each other about what they like. And, if we each get one of these, then we can play that together. And blah, 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 blah. And at the end, we'll be like, okay, we've done our shopping for the girls. Boy, do you want anything? And be like, no. Like, you sure? Like, they have build your own lightsaber. No. They have like, here's a thing you could put on your wall. No, I got stuff on my wall. All right. All right, that's cool. He's really not materialistic. Anyway, so we charge him for filament by the weight that he uses, not by the spools that we order. So if there's like a color he needs, I'll just order it. And then I'm like the bulk distributor.
Yeah.
He only has to like pay for what he uses. I think that's pretty reasonable.
Seems all right.
And then if he needs any other materials, that's his problem. So he placed his first order with McMaster Carr last week.
Nice.
He ordered some magnets and some like M2 screws, and he's using it to make little rubber band guns. And I told him, no black ones.
That's a specific.
No black guns. So the first one he made was like in lilac.
That's a Canadian legal thing, just for anyone.
Yeah. Do not 3D print a black
it's
gun.
Not racist.
And take it to school, okay?
Oh my God. He's talking. Oh man, it's not racist.
Stop. They know they're just teasing, Luke. Calm down. It's fine. So the first one he made was in like lilac. And I was like, yes, approved. But like, he intended to make the first one in black.
Yeah, of course.
And I was like, boy, I do not want a letter from the school about this. Please, for the love of all that is good.
It's going to be a letter from the government.
And he's also making these like cool flippy knife
have to
ones.
be like, oh my
and I'm like,
goodness.
Make them in
they need
fun.
to be Fisher Price colors.
Yes, make them in fun toy colors. That's all I ask.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, where was I going with this? So he's got his. Oh yeah, right. So he needed like these M2 screws and magnets because it's got kind of a cool element to the design where you glue in some magnets and it has like a removable magazine. The magazine doesn't do anything, but it's like you print out 2 mags and it comes with a couple mags and they like magnet in and like, whatever, right? Like kids love that stuff.
It's a toy.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it's not
things.
black. So we so he ordered that and he's like, yeah, the shipping cost is so high. I'm like, yep. He's like, I can't buy just 2 M2 screws. I'm like, nope. He's like, I'm going to have to sell like 6 of these. And I'm like, yep. And so that's why I want to have him like paying for some of his materials.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I don't charge him for machine time. I think I've decided now I'm not going to charge him for any like upgrades to the machines. So the print farm, He gets free time on it as long as he shares with his sisters, because they like to print toys for themselves. Neither of them are really selling things at this point. And then he has to pay for filament by weight, only what he uses, and then anything else that he needs to make like cool designs and stuff.
All seems extremely reasonable at this point.
And then Yvonne's really encouraging him to start tracking all of his expenses and all of his revenues in a spreadsheet to make sure that he's like paying himself at least a break even, and hopefully like an amount of money that's worth it. Because as you could see, he's spending a lot of time on this. Now it's a mess right now. And the first thing he said when I walked in the room was, I'll clean it up tomorrow. And I was like, honestly, I'm not even mad. Yes, do clean it up tomorrow, but I'm not even mad about this. Last night I was in the bath and he came in and interrupted me 3 times because a bunch of filament got stuck on the outside of one of the hot ends. And he was like trying to swap out for another nozzle, and he was like working on extracting the ceramic heating element and like putting the temperature probe in, and a bunch of like PGG filament had gotten kind of stuck on it, and he ended up breaking it. And I'm just like, I'm not even mad. This is honestly like such a proud dad moment right now. I will buy you a new heating element.
Yeah.
I don't even care right now.
Yeah.
I'm just so glad that for the first time in your life, you are like dialed the in learning this stuff and like highly interested in it. So he accidentally ordered slightly the wrong size magnets, or rather McMaster Carr was in Imperial and the file was in metric. No, this is great.
That's a good lesson.
Because my daughter, my middle child, is actually more interested in learning the modeling side. And so they don't always interact a ton. There's a couple year age gap, and there's the gender gap. The gender gap is big. And kids socially will tend to be like water or electricity. They will take the path of least resistance very often. So when the 2 girls are a pretty similar age gap, and the girl and the boy are a pretty similar age gap, there's a tendency for the 2 girls to just do girly things together, and for my son to be kind of left out. And so that was such a cool parent moment when
she helped him with it.
This strategic decision that I made a year ago, because I don't know if you remember this, but the 3D printer was a Christmas present for the whole family with an ulterior motive, right? I wanted them to learn the stuff. I was going to help them with it until I stopped, until they got into it enough that when I stopped, they'd be motivated to keep it going. And anyway, it was really cool to see them work together and figure out how to modify the model to make the magnets that he ordered work. And it was like, proud parent moment. Let's go.
Super cool, yeah.
So I did warn my son. I was like, okay, you do need to keep this like kind of low profile, because otherwise the school could tell you that you're like not allowed to do it anymore.
That did happen at there was some kid at my school that had a locker full of like snacks and stuff that he would sell, and he got shut down.
So the school did send out a memo about a week after I warned him, because he was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna like have a bunch of them like hanging off my bag, and I'm gonna put a sign on my backpack that says,
yeah, I know.
So they sent out a memo. To their credit, they were actually pretty chill about it. Not because this is for the entrepreneurship fair. Like, this is what he was doing in that picture is official school business.
Yeah.
He's also selling snow cones. So Yvonne helped him with that side of it, and I've been helping him with the 3D printer side. And so that's like an officially sanctioned thing during school hours. And then for the just like on the side stuff, basically what they said was, look, you can't exchange money during school hours or on school property. You can talk about it.
Or on school property.
Yeah, but that's fine, because you can just step one step off of...
walk out during lunch? Because you said or.
Both.
Okay, and.
Yeah, and.
Okay.
So basically, they just have to like arrange to meet after school. And I was like, you know what? That's actually pretty chill.
Yeah,
They're not
sure.
like, you can't talk about it at all. They didn't like ban 3D printed fidget toys.
That seems reasonable to me.
That seems perfectly reasonable.
That seems totally
to me.
reasonable.
So I told him during the entrepreneurship fair, he should not only sell the fidget toys and stuff, but he should 3D print like little like challenge coins that just have like his name and his grade or something, just so that people like know.
Yeah, because that's super cheap. So that's a marketing expense
and
now.
just give them out.
So now you're teaching them about marketing.
Buddy, let's go.
That's sick.
Teaching business.
What would be kind of neat
Yeah.
is if you got them to print some stuff that might be interesting for. I'm assuming this business fair, whatever thing. It's not just kids, right? Parents are going to.
No, it's just kids.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind then. I was going to say if there was parents going, I would like print some stuff that they might be interested in as well. Then they could place orders through their kids.
Then it might get shut down.
That would be sick.
All
dude.
it takes is one parent to complain.
Oh my God. He could set up a really basic website and just have it be like that you reserve an order and then he could bring it to school. Technically, if the sale happened through the website.
He's thought of that, and he has a classmate that wants to build the website for him and like partner with him. And I'm just like, I'm not going to interfere with that because I think he could probably do it himself. But I want the classmate to learn too. Sure. And I want them both to learn that going into business together has advantages
about that
and disadvantages. And relationships are complicated and sometimes can be very fruitful and sometimes can be very challenging. These are all just things that like I was a decade from starting to learn when I was his age.
Yeah.
Right? Like
No, that's super valuable, super valuable. My thing with the online purchasing is you could they didn't say anything about distribution. So if the payment happened, it can be distributed just fine.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know exactly what the wording was.
Do they have lockers?
Yes.
Oh man, yeah, I like this idea too much.
I know, right? It's so cool.
Because he could set up a relatively small printer in there, and then if the transaction happened online, he could do like ready to order.
That's too far. They would definitely, the second there's an extension cord running into his locker.
You could get like a what are these?
Jackery or something.
Stop. That's right. There's an answer for everything, dude.
My God.
There's an answer for all things. All things are solvable.
Ego says, it's just sad that 3D printing is, at this point, mostly just churning out other people's work and selling it. I would offer an alternate perspective.
Coding?
No,
Libraries?
I mean, even, okay, let me just...
Do you write your own random number generator?
Let me offer an alternate perspective. We're talking about kids here. The fact that my kids used our 3D printer exclusively as a toy factory, just printing other people's designs, in this case, selling them, you could see that as a bad thing. But let me pitch the you have to get your feet wet somewhere. Let me pitch the education angle. Yeah. Like, they were never going to have to learn to widen that magnet mount hole if they didn't have someone order someone else's design.
Dude, the collaborative aspects of that is so freaking cool.
And they're never going to learn to make a better magazine that goes into the gun design better if they never learned to widen that hole. And they're never going to create their own, elastic gun design from scratch if they never made that magazine modification or built a cool accessory that goes on the rail. You have to start somewhere.
It could end up turning into a thing where your daughter's fun, cool toy design models end up being what your son is like peddling at school, and there's some form of like profit sharing agreement between the two or something.
Who knows?
Like, it's all paths from here are pretty cool, except for a path where it gets fully shut down. And I'm happy that the school, did a fairly reasonable thing. Being like, you know what, don't sell these on ours.
Don't overdo it.
Yeah, which seems totally reasonable.
Pump the brakes.
But I'm happy that they didn't completely shut it down. Because, I mean, there's weird aspects of that too, right? Because, like, we're sitting here thinking of ways that he can kind of work around it. That is part of business. Making sure that you can operate as optimally as possible but not break the rules is literally part of running business. So, like, is actually a good lesson for him to understand that, like, if he pushes it too far, they have the power to shut him down, so he shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
But it is a reasonable thing to push it a little bit and like try to do what he can. I think this is amazing. I heard this concept, not all these details, but I heard the concept and like immediately basically begged that there would be a video, and they're like, yeah, it's probably going to be a video. I was like, thank God.
So Moomin's says, so are you suggesting that scraping for AI was good because they had to start somewhere?
So incredibly is unrelated.
That is such
it's literally not stealing.
It's such a bad faith comparison.
On so many levels.
Now, hold on though, because there are a lot of models on these. I'm bothered. Hold on, there are a lot of models on these marketplaces that are not approved for commercial use.
Yeah, but
However, we are explicitly, in this case, talking about small scale student use, which, okay, is it commercial? Yeah, but there's degrees of commercial use, and there's nuance, guys.
Well, are the models that he's using with that license?
Legitimately don't know.
Okay.
Kind of don't care. Yeah, to be honest with you.
I don't really either, but they might also just not be.
They also might just not be.
I agree there are a bunch of models that are like that. There are also a bunch of models that just don't care at all.
And look, over time, if he scales this thing up and all of a sudden he's like selling online and selling, thousands of gadgets a week.
He's going to need to make sure he's playing by the rules.
Then he's going to need to make sure that he's playing by the rules. But when we're talking about, a company like OpenAI or Perplexity, companies that, have millions upon millions or billions of dollars of seed funding, guys, we're talking about a totally different thing. We're not talking about a kid in their basement printing 3D printed models and taking them to school and selling them for $4, right? Like context does matter. And I know that's a really hard concept for people, but it does matter. It does matter a lot. And the world is not black and white. All right. You know what? I don't really think that talking about the podcast I was on matters that much. But what is an interesting conversation, I was on like an interview, hold on, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, there we go. I did an interview with Jon Youshaei, and
is this not the podcast?
Yeah, this is it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and quite a few people were very confused and some very upset by this.
Wait, they were upset by it?
Yeah.
I can understand being confused. I don't understand being upset.
Yeah, so YouTube has a new feature.
Yeah, it's cool.
That allows a channel to collaborate with another channel.
Yeah, it's like awesome.
Like through the platform. Well, hold on, because there's alternate perspectives here. To collaborate through the platform and publish a video to the subscriber feed of the channel that they collaborated with. Yeah.
That's why they're upset. I didn't know it did that.
So that's where things get a little bit interesting. Is there a way for me to search? Can I find all the comments that
I'm personally still okay with that, but I also understand why that would bother people.
That's irritating. This is going to be a pretty hard thing for me to find here then, because I ran into someone that was like very upset about this feature, and I just legitimately was like, I would like to know more about your perspective, because you have extremely strong feelings about this, and I don't really get it. I'm going to see if I can find it, because they in some ways kind of raised an interesting point, but in other ways I think are maybe not necessarily considering the shades of gray, I guess. So on the one hand, their black and white point that I can agree with is that I didn't subscribe to this channel. Get the fuck out of my feed.
Yeah, I understand that.
Fair. Valid. Oh, good. I found the comment.
It would just be kind of cool if there's, when you go to your subscription feed, if there was a like checkbox option thing to like no longer show collaborations.
So here's Buddy's comment. I hate the collab feature on YouTube, and 9 out of 10 I will not watch the video out of spite for this feature. We should not be getting videos from a creator in our subscribed feed from people we are not subscribed to. With that said, I don't know this podcast, but I am interested in Linus getting interviewed because it happens so seldomly. I mean, he's not afraid to say whatever the fuck he wants on his own channel, especially when. Anywho, back to the show. So I said, this seems like a super weird hill to die on. I'm interested to understand more about your stance. You subscribed to a creator, me I assume in this case, and YouTube made a feature that notifies you when I'm in a video. I honestly don't see the problem with it. Can you help me out? Okay, so here's what he said.
How open of you. Very, very, very nice.
Well, no,
very reasonable comment, sir. I'm not being sarcastic.
I did call him super weird. I'm still me.
Did you say he was super weird?
Well, I said it's a super weird hill.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's dying on it, so I think the implication was clear. I think you're being super weird about this, was kind of what I was saying. But I genuinely.
It felt like you were genuinely open to see their perspective.
Well, I didn't think he was coming at it in bad faith.
Yeah.
I could tell he was legitimately upset that he wasn't making like assumptions or sweeping generalizations as far as I could tell.
Yeah.
So here's what he said, okay? The example that started this collab feature was Mark Rober and Mr. Beast. And that is fair enough. I think they were the first ones to get access to this feature. I think they launched it with the Clean Up the Ocean collab earlier this year.
Sure, yeah.
I don't quote me on that, though, but I believe they have used it. I have a problem with Mr. Beast and his practices. Mr. Beast has since been shoved down my throat multiple times because he collabs with creators I love watching, but I don't want to watch a Mr. Beast video. I specifically have him blocked for a reason. I shouldn't be forced to see his face or videos in my subscriber feed.
If you have him blocked, it shouldn't show.
And that is why I wanted to know more, because I could tell we were going somewhere with this.
Yeah.
And I agree 100%. YouTube needs to fix this.
Yeah, that seems simple to fix, though.
It's one thing to feed me a video of a person that I subscribe to, even if they're on someone else's channel.
Yeah.
It is an entirely other thing if I have explicitly said, do not show me the collaboration.
That seems so simple to fix, though.
Well, they probably just didn't think of it.
And it just needs to be properly communicated to them, and then the very slow machine needs to eventually turn out the fix, and it'll happen, I'm sure.
I've been dying on this hill for the months this feature has existed. It's a long death. I'm pretty sure I've said it in your comment section a few times in the WAN comment section if you happen to mention it. I didn't see it before. Sorry, JSerio187. Thanks for taking the time to recognize it. I think it should be your or the collaborator's responsibility to show me / advertise this content. Put a post up on your socials or on the YouTube feed. Hey, I made this thing with this person. Check it out or don't. So here's where I'm going to kind of go counterpoint, Jay Serio. I wish I had that power. I don't. If I post something on like the Linus Tech Tips community tab, or if I post a short or something, if it doesn't resonate strongly with the audience, especially with how sensitive algorithmically YouTube has been lately to things just being either mega bangers or absolute flops, it will have like zero reach. You won't see it. And so YouTube took away my power to promote these things myself a really long time ago, algorithmically. So what they're doing is they're giving me back the scraps. They're giving me the ability, or they're giving another creator the ability to properly cross-pollinate in a way that we haven't had for a long time. And I totally get it. If you have a channel blocked, like if you had this Jon guy, if you hate his channel or something, or in your case, it was Mr. Beast. It wasn't Jon. I can't see anything to hate about Jon here, but if in your case it was Mr. Beast, if you have a channel explicitly blocked that you have a do not show flag on,
you should never see it.
You should never see it.
Yeah.
I agree with you 100%. That's something YouTube needs to fix. But your suggestion that I just sort of promote things myself, I wish I could. I hate that I can't publish something and be trusted to not spam my viewers with stuff they don't want to see, to actually have the power to push a notification to the people who click subscribe and just let them unsubscribe if they don't want to see it. But YouTube determined a long time ago that for their business interests, which are maximizing watch time and maximizing ad and premium revenue, it was better for them to just, because they knew that users were just going to be too lazy to unsubscribe to a channel they didn't want to hear from, and they were just going to turn off YouTube notifications. That's where it came from. That's what this all goes back to, is users, instead of unsubscribing from stuff they don't want to see, they would just turn off notifications. And YouTube doesn't want that. So they determined it was better for them to decide how often to give you a notification from my channel. They took that power away from me a long time ago. So yeah, last thing I said was, okay, hey, thanks for elaborating. I still think it's a little overkill to want to remove a feature from the platform because there's one specific creator you're trying to avoid. I also agree with your general sentiment that as a viewer, you should be able to control the content that is fed to you. The part I don't agree with is that this is any worse than basically anything else YouTube has done algorithm-wise over the last 5 to 10 years. The short shelf being in my way all the time, or the utterly broken search that's full of stuff I've already watched and stuff I'm not looking for are so much worse, IMO. Anyway, look at that. Look at that, a respectful interaction on the internet. We should have it bronzed. I learned something, and hopefully JS learned something as well.
I was scrolling through the YouTubes while you're talking about that, and I just have, the account that's logged in for the WAN show here. I just noticed something random in the recommendations, which was a 13-year-old NVIDIA video, a 4-year-old Delta Highlights video, a 15-year-old White 546 video, 13 days, 2 months, 12-year-old video, scroll down more, 8 years ago, 16 years ago. What's happening? Why is this account recommended just like the oldest stuff ever?
Maybe it just knows you're old. Maybe this is the equivalent of Spotify's your listener age feature.
Algo seems to have changed in the last few days. I've noticed my feed get really weird again.
It did somehow pick up that I would want to see the fact
I am Gabe Newell.
That I would want to see this one. Sky Oblivion delayed to 2026. So they know that about me somehow, even though it's not even like really my, I guess it sort of is my account, but like
you search for stuff sometimes.
But I don't watch it. It's just on WAN show.
No, but you search for stuff in this Chrome profile that is related to what we talk about on WAN. So definitely...
maybe we talked about Sky Oblivion. We probably did.
Luke.
We probably did.
Luke.
We did.
Thank you.
It happened. Is that it for topics?
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, you can go check out the interview if you want. A lot of ground has been tread before on the WAN show, but it's a more concise version of a lot of it. You don't have to watch like 1,000 hours of WAN show. You could just watch the one interview. And he was really nice, very accommodating host. Yeah, super cool. I met him for the first time at Vid Summit. That was where we, it was actually, I saw a couple complaints on his channel. It's amazing how spoiled people can get because his channel generally looks really great. So I saw some complaints about his set. And it's like, bro, they managed to make it look that good in a conference room. I was marveling at what he and his team pulled off and like their amazing attention to detail. And meanwhile, people are like complaining about it. I was like, great job, you guys. This looks swell.
Why were they complaining?
This was just in like an ugly, you know how every conference room has to be like tan and brown and just we were just in an ugly tan brown they brought in a rug to zhuzh it up a little bit, brought in some plants, they got the lighting. I thought they did a great job. So
I didn't think it was in a studio. I didn't know where you were, but I picked up the vibe pretty quick.
We were in a horrible meeting room at a hotel or in a conference center.
I didn't see much of it. But
Great job. Great job. All right, Dan, I think it's time. It's WAN After Dark, except it's the afternoon light out there. I don't know how to deal with this.
He was ahead of us.
I don't know how to deal with this.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
There's other connotations. Yeah, we don't go outside.
Yeah.
How about some merch messages?
Yes.
I'd love that.
Okie dokie. First time catching a show between work and being Sabbath observant. In my community's Sundown Friday.
Hold on, I'm a little confused. Can we slow down for a second? I thought you're allowed to recreate. Wait, are you not allowed to use computers?
Well, it's not Friday sundown yet.
No, I know, but just like the Sabbath in general. I don't know the rules.
Work.
But is watching a podcast work?
Turning on a light is work.
Is he calling us work? No, I know.
It's rude.
Right though?
It's rude.
Okay. Oh, wait. Tell me this. Okay. Again, this is coming from a place of complete ignorance. I have no idea how the rules work. All I know is that sometimes my B&H orders wouldn't ship on time. That's literally all I know. So,
don't they have a wire for that?
But if you created a script that would turn on your TV tomorrow No, what? I'm just asking.
This is a whole line of technology. This is a whole thing we can get into.
Really? Shut up. Okay, so I could push a button today on Friday, and then it could run a script that has a time delay to turn on the WAN show like tomorrow, and then we'll turn it off when it's over. Like, would that count?
I think that's a thing. Like, I'm pretty, I've heard of like ovens that will turn on to preheat at a scheduled time, and then
so you can have dinner.
You can do stuff like that. Like, it's
you do a crock pot. You start it in the morning.
Yeah,
there's special elevators that stop on every floor.
Yep.
So that you don't have to press a button.
Yeah, you're not interacting with it. It just stops, opens the door for a certain period of time, and then keeps going. Yeah. There's a lot of technological workarounds.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. It's a whole industry, apparently. Wow. This kind of reminds me of
apparently electrical timers are like a huge deal for this.
This kind of reminds me of I think they're called halal mortgages. I learned about this a while ago because you're not allowed to have a loan, you're not allowed to pay or receive interest in Islam. So instead of a loan, it's an asset-backed partnership or a lease-to-own agreement. Apparently they cost like way more.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I just love the name of this, but one of them is called a shabulb. It's a light bulb that fits like any lamp and can be turned on and off on Shabbat. Apparently, a toggle on the LED bulb allows users to make it go dark by concealing LED diodes that actually stay on. Unlike other Shabbat-friendly lamps on the market, the Shabulb fits any socket and can be used in a regular lamp.
It's probably my least profitable item, but people love this product, says Mordecai. You can use it during the week. You don't have to have a clunky lamp you have to take out, especially for Shabbos.
Yeah, there's like the Shabbos mode ovens.
Huh.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. What a technology branch of technology.
I've also heard people accidentally setting it into the wrong mode, and then they can't use their oven all weekend. So you can't use it accidentally.
Right, yeah. Right. Yeah.
Like I was trying to set it to cleaning mode, and now it's just broken.
Now I want to learn more about these rules, right? Like,
it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Okay. My Oma had a lamp that didn't have like a switch. It was like the touch to dim. Remember those? Those were so cool. How are those not in fashion anymore? Anyway, the point is, like,
my parents still have one.
Yeah, it was like a touch to dim. Is that a switch? Does that count?
What if you accidentally bump it?
Well, I don't know. I literally I don't know. I don't know. What about voice control? Like, is that a thing?
Speaking is work, but then would that mean that you can't speak ever?
I'd say yes, because you still operate. No, this is not your debate, guys. I'm not debating anything. I'm asking questions.
Yeah.
Chill, Master of None. It's okay. It's okay.
Clap on.
So
I don't know.
Tim says I'd say yes because you still operate the device.
Yeah, because you're not operating the elevator by just getting on it and getting off.
Right.
You're not instructing it to do anything.
Right.
Closing a blind, like closing the shutters on your LED bulb, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? That's why they don't turn on or off. You're just kind of like blocking the light.
You're affecting the result.
Uh-huh.
But you're not actually commanding the device to do something different, I guess.
Fascinating.
Anyway,
yeah.
The question is, have you ever done a full tech detox?
Hold on. Lucky Drive says,
yes.
My girlfriend is Jewish. If you bump into it, it doesn't count as it wasn't intended.
If it's genuinely not intended, I think that makes a lot of sense.
But are you allowed to turn it back off?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Okay. Sorry, Dan, go ahead.
Have you ever done a full
No, we haven't even started this merch message.
No, I didn't get to halfway through it.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
Have you ever done a full tech detox?
I have unintentionally.
No. No. I like tech. I should probably try it. How long would it have to be to truly be a detox?
I don't know. It's 30 minutes. I'm already shaking.
I think if it's less than a week, you haven't even really tried.
Yeah, my biggest problem with this stuff is work. Emma proposed we should pick a day on the weekend where we don't do any.
Oh, got excited there.
Emma suggested that we do a day on the weekend where we don't use any electronics, and I was like, yeah, I mean that's neat, but if something happens, I need to be able to be in contact. That
is such an asshole way to respond to someone's suggestion. That's neat.
It is actually a cool idea. I just can't.
It is a cool idea.
I would genuinely like to, and I suggested we do severely limited or something, but
watch
would that
movies
even
on
look
your
like?
smartwatch.
I don't think I can actually. I don't think I can actually just completely cold turkey it because of work stuff.
And part of my big issue is that when I'm bored, what I would probably like to do is just do some work stuff. It's kind of my hobby.
Yeah.
So
that happens to me too.
Yeah, but I think that's the point of digital detox.
I can do something else though.
That's the point. Is that you're supposed to just not.
I am certain I can do something else.
Okay. Tell you what. 2026. Let's do it.
Do what?
Let's do a couples weekend. No tech.
That's going to be a problem. If neither of us can be contacted.
Doesn't matter. Also Yvonne. Don't forget Yvonne.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know.
I can probably set up enough contact lines that things could get figured out.
Or, hear me out. This is crazy. You could set a vacation responder on your email for the first time ever.
Never.
I know. But you could try it. You could try it.
Never. Most of the really emergency stuff isn't going to be email, though.
Let's do it.
It'll be Slack and Teams.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
One weekend?
One weekend.
I can do one weekend.
We'll do one weekend.
We can make one weekend work.
I'm sending this to Yvonne, which means it will happen. Now it's not just words. Yvonne's involved.
I can do one weekend. I've effectively had to do one weekend because I won't have service for the weekend and stuff.
Okay. I'm actually still live, but Luke and I... Oh, bloody hell. I'm actually still live, but Luke and I made a pact just now that we are going to do a couple's digital detox for one weekend next year. So that means from midnight on Friday to midnight on Sunday night, no tech.
I think it's WAN show ending.
Yeah, I could get it. Well,
because Friday night's the weekend, in my opinion.
Interesting. Okay. Well, we can debate that later. I don't want to get into a long back and forth text.
Yeah,
I could get behind that. Get behind that. So we turn off WAN show, and then we touch no electronic switches and no screens.
No electronic switches. I think we can turn lights on and stuff.
I mean, is it technology or not?
Okay, all right.
And you know what? No, it's...
You know what? I'm down. We got to do candles and stuff. I'm down.
They asked digital detox. So how about microchip? How about we draw the line at microchip?
I'm thinking screen.
A lot of
screen?
modern.
Yeah, because
screen or microchip.
A lot of modern lights have microchips in them.
Your light switches are
our vehicles have microchips in them.
You walk past them and they turn on.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, my vehicle has a screen in it too. Am I not going to be able to drive?
Yeah, no, stop.
Okay,
I think you're overthinking this a little bit, but you can't listen to the radio in your car.
Really?
I like that.
No maps. No,
I like that.
Oh.
I like
no,
that.
no, nothing.
Can I have a paper map? I can have a paper map.
Paper map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I print the paper map?
Yeah.
If you do it Friday.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
Preheat the oven. You can use your oven. I don't care, but you can't. You can't watch a podcast or listen to music.
I think it's modern services, effectively. You can't use your phone at all.
No entertainment from a digital device.
At all.
No assistance from a digital device.
Can't
that
use
sort
your
of
TV
thing.
at all.
Yeah.
Can't use something that's like a monitor.
Can I read a book if it's on a Kindle?
No.
Okay.
You have to read
I'm
a
just
paper
checking.
book.
No, it's good. It's
I'm
good.
just
It's good.
checking. We want to find out.
No, this is good.
We're finding the lines.
Where are the lines?
We're
But what if I
gonna-
preloaded? What if I okay? Hold. Whoa.
Nope.
You said that I'm allowed to preprint a map.
Yes.
You can
What if I
preprint
had
a book.
100 Kindles and I preloaded 100 pages
no,
on
You'd
it?
have, you have to print it.
Okay.
I gotta
I'd have to print the book.
Yeah.
Curse you, DRM! I won't be able to.
There's lots of DRM free books, actually.
By the way, Lucky Drive 1984 says if you accidentally bump into it and turn it on, you cannot turn it back off, unfortunately.
Yeah, that sounds right.
So I did get my answer on that. All right, Dan, what's next?
Hey, LLD. Linus, you've talked a lot about inventory of your products, and I was curious, why can't you just order a lot of it, store it in a warehouse till it sells out? Cheers from the Netherlands.
Money!
It's such an innocent question.
I know, right? Money!
But it's a complaint that our...
Money.
yeah.
Money! As it turns out, I
He's losing it.
do not have unlimited money.
What?
I know! We should do something to fix this.
My illusion is shattered.
Mine too.
If you had stock, you would have more money.
I thought I did. It was all-
catch-22.
It was all digital. Yeah,
Good
right.
point.
How am I get? It's an infinite money glitch. The more stock I buy, the more money I have. So
You see this chicken?
true for
It's
Steam.
made of chicken.
one of the biggest challenges moving from a small business to a mid-sized business and then beyond. One of the things that really scales in difficulty is managing your cash flow, not your profitability. You can be a profitable business
And still be out of money.
that goes out of business because you didn't correctly manage your cash flow, because you ended up with warehouses full of inventory that are not turning fast enough, and you end up with more bills due than you have money left to pay them. All of a sudden, you fall behind on your payroll, which is the single most important bill that you need to pay every 2 weeks. And that's it. You're cooked because maybe you're in an industry where no amount of discounting, I don't know, giant copper rods is going to make enough new infrastructure projects that more people are going to buy them. Like, I don't know what industry you're in. In some industries, you can just torch your inventory, not literally light it on fire, but you can just go really aggressive on the pricing. You can move through a bunch of it. You can generate some cash flow. You get your payroll paid. You get, maybe you're a little behind on your taxes as well. You get that dealt with. You go a little more conservative on your reorder, and you can get your feet back under you, right? But especially a business that is scaling, that is growing, can run into trouble because it's easy to look at your sales, right, and go, oh wow, we sold twice as many this quarter as we did last quarter. I project that we're going to sell twice as many again the next quarter. So you take all the money that you got back from that inventory that you bought and then sold, all the money you made on top of that, and you put it right back into buying more inventory. Well, hold on a second. What happened to all the profit? I can't pay my staff in screwdrivers and hoodies. Perk, sure. But payment? No, they can't pay their rent. They can't pay their food bill and screwdrivers. That's not how it works, right? So you have to carefully, as you are growing, manage your cash flows so you're keeping enough of the profitability to cover your operating expenses, and you are keeping enough of it to order more so that you have enough inventory for your growing business. And this is why a lot of businesses take on outside debt. We have made the decision to grow organically, to not take on outside debt. As it happens, right now, we do have a modest line of credit, and this is maybe going to sound a little out of touch, but we have about 2.5 million Canadian dollars on our line of credit, if you must know. And that was part of the lead up to Black Friday, Cyber Monday, because we ordered in a whack ton of inventory alongside having some expensive outlays like the tech house and some other stuff that I'll get into fairly soon with you guys, that all kind of hit us toward the middle to the end of 2025. And so for that reason, we had to dip into our line of credit, probably looking at how Black Friday went. We won't need that line of credit for much longer, but it's just part of managing your cash flow. And if for whatever reason your credit's not strong or is not pre-negotiated even, then it can be a big problem, even if you're growing, even if you're profitable. So why can't I just order a bunch and put it in a warehouse till it sells out in Europe, which is where I assume you want it because you're saying cheers from the Netherlands. Not only, right, am I going to be tying up cash flow if I order too much, but what I could also be doing is I could be increasing my month-to-month operational expenses. Then it's a double whammy. That's really tough because I have a whole bunch of bills due for all this inventory that I purchased. It's sitting in a warehouse that now, guess what? Now I have to pay monthly, in some cases more frequently than monthly, for the storage of said inventory in said warehouse. Everybody at every stage in the chain has to feed their families, right? So I can't just tell that warehouse, oh, well, you should just store it for me for free. Why should they? I'm not a charity. They don't owe me anything. So unfortunately, it's always a fine balancing act when you're expanding between what you are forecasting for your sales, how much available cash flow you have, and what your partners can do to help to enable you to achieve your growth, what kind of credit you can draw from. It's complicated. We'd love to have an EU warehouse. We'd love to.
It would be nice.
Someday, whatever entity is willing, we will. But it is not this day.
No.
What's up, boys? Linus, are there new sweatpants coming?
Hold on one sec.
Oh boy.
Mr. Nebe says making 22 million in AdSense last year, 2.5 million of credit is nothing. That 22 million in AdSense was all time. That's over the entire existence of the LTT channel.
Since 2008?
I saw quite a few people who were sort of confused by that from the interview. That was ever, not in 1 year. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
What's up, boys? Linus, are there new sweatpants coming soon? Missed the stealth ones. I guess Mr. Cheap over there got them all.
New sweatpants coming soon. I think we have some new sweatpants coming. I don't have a time frame on those, but if we do, it will probably be in like winter, spring. So should be, sometime. We'll definitely make sweatpants again at some point.
There's the dropout sweatpants.
Are those? Yeah, I don't think we have all the sizes in stock.
I don't think the thing is showing properly.
And another challenge with having different distribution centers around the world, you're looking at one site that doesn't necessarily mean that the other site has them in stock.
Fun times.
Challenges!
Next one, Dan.
Sure thing. Do you have any stretches of road that you like to drive on the bike? I unfortunately
I haven't ridden my motorbike in 3 years. Hopefully they are going to put it together this winter and I will ride it in the spring. For me, it's less about like a particular road and it's more just like the air, and the agility. I love the space you have. You can create a lot of space for yourself on the motorbike. Like my justification to myself, and you can call it rationalization. I don't care. I won't be offended. But it's very clear that on a motorbike, if you get in an accident, you are very much more dead than you would be necessarily if you're a cager. However,
those gosh darn innies.
Terminology.
Yeah. However, you can create a lot more buffer space for yourself on a motorcycle than you can in a car. And so, when I'm passing, I can create like 9 feet of space between me and any other vehicle, whereas in a car, I'll be more like 3 feet away. So if someone is behaving in an unpredictable fashion, I think I am less likely to be obstructed by them in any way and end up in an accident on a bike, even if the consequences of said accident will be much worse on a bike.
That is a tough line of thinking. You are entitled to it?
I'm a super defensive rider. I can tell you that much.
You're entitled to it?
I create extra space for myself. I never want to be beside someone when I'm on the bike. I'm always watching 360, and it is easier. You have way better visibility. You're way smaller.
Yeah, Scrappy saying T-bones don't care. Yeah, there's a decent amount of scenarios that's so true. You can't correct for.
That's so true. Yep.
I believe that you do those things.
Yep.
And I believe that probably makes you safer than a lot of riders. Yep. But there are also just things that,
And a big part of it is the
car go fast, hit go boom.
There's a big part of it is the environment that I ride in too. Like I mostly just commute to and from work, it's highway there and back. And so if I was in a different environment, it might be a completely different situation. So just make of that what you will, right? Like I'm not saying that anything about my experience is applicable to your own.
Just set up my NAS. Why is RAID 0 with all used SSDs and no offsite backup the safest layout?
Well,
thank you for MCM.
The argument that Linus was just having, if you're going RAID 0, all SSDs, used SSDs, you're going to pay more attention to your setup. Be a little bit more aware if anything is failing.
I'm archiving this.
And just you're gonna be more careful.
How could you curate that, Dan?
What
the heck?
Fine. Hi, LLD. First time watching live from France. Thanks to the earlier schedule. I don't know what I'm supposed to say anymore. You've mentioned many times that Sony PlayStation's controllers are much inferior to Microsoft/Xbox's. Can you explain why?
So first of all, the DualSense is amazing. But going back to the DualShock series, personally, I, and Luke from his hand gestures, agrees, I prefer to have my thumbs in a symmetrical resting position. So I'm on my ABXY here, and I'm on my analog stick here. I do not prefer to be on my triangle, circle, square, whatever the last one is here, and then on my thumbstick here. I do not prefer that as my resting position.
Yep. I'm not primarying the D-pad.
That simple.
Yep.
Last one I got for you today. Good day, Lanky, Lukey, and Dan. Oh, I don't get a special name. What is the best way to determine if a GPU is going bad? I have a 3060 Ti in my HP Omen desktop, and lately it seems like it's struggling with basic things like YouTube.
I'd probably run a stress test, run firmWark on it or something like that, see if it artifacts.
Check if there's dust.
Check your temperatures. Yeah.
Maybe repaste it. 3000 series.
Yep. I mean, you're not going to be losing your warranty on it at this point, so
yep.
Might as well give it a shot. I would definitely hit your system with a DDU. Just Google DDU.
Yeah, give it a little freshening up.
And then install your drivers fresh, see if the issues go away. Failing that, I would try a fresh Windows install. It's a 3060 Ti, so we're probably talking like a 7-year-old, 8-year-old Windows install by this point. And then if you're still having issues, then yeah, it might be a problem. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in, you guys. We'll see you again next week. Same bad time. Well, probably back to the regular time next week. But definitely same bad channel.
Probably, yeah. Bye!